Hey, it's Ken Conan with Raiders Streaming and the River Channel. It's homecoming night here in Hudson, and boy, we've got a packed house. I don't know if I've seen it this packed in a while. We've got a couple of our Raiders with us today, seniors, correct? So let's start off with a couple softball questions. Give me your name and maybe who you're rooting for.
I'm Emily. I'm rooting for Hudson, obviously. I'm Ella. I'm also rooting for the Raiders.
Very nice. Now, I know it was homecoming week. There's all sorts of stuff going on. Tell us a little bit about some of the action that happened this week. You pick whatever you like most.
My favorite was probably doing the dress-up days. My favorite dress-up day is probably Barbecue Dad and Soccer Mom, because you either get to wear like your dad's clothes or like you go get like your mom's clothes and you get to wear sunglasses all day, and it was really fun.
So you were in shades all day with like your mom's like old school, what are they called? The high, oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank on them. Capris.
Yeah, I wore leggings, and then I wore like a black like cropped sweatshirt with some sunglasses, my fanny pack, nice. And then I was carrying around like a Stanley water bottle all day.
Nice.
My favorite, I dressed up for Barbecue Dad, so I wore an apron, but my favorite day was probably Barbie Day. I was basketball Barbie. The BRC's got to be ready. We're coming for year 2. Watch out. Nice. Back-to-back champs.
So you must be on the basketball team.
Yes, sir.
And we're looking pretty good, I'm hearing?
We're going to be pretty solid again. Nice. I'm excited.
Nice. Awesome. What's the prediction on the game tonight? I know we've got an awesome evening. Blue skies are popping out. Raiders taking on North. What are you thinking for a score?
I think we're going to blow them out, like keep them no score. Probably at least win by 20.
Wow.
At least.
Wow.
I'm going to have to agree with that.
Nice.
We took down Memorial last week. What's another Eau Claire to us?
I like the vibe down here. What's another Eau Claire team, right? Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining me pregame here. We're going to go do a grandma interview now. There's a grandma brigade that follows the boys, their grandsons, in action. So we're going to get the grandmas down. We're going to do a quick interview with them. Should be lively. Thanks again.
Yep, thank you. Go Raiders! Woo!
Thanks, ladies. We'll see if we can get them down here real quick. All right, the grandmas are coming down right now. We're going to get quick names and who they're rooting for. I don't know how quick we're coming, but they are coming down. Slowly but surely, right? Right on. Here we go. The double deuces, Grandma, obviously getting everybody fired up real quick. All right, grandmas, let's introduce ourselves.
Grandma Rieger, Ross's grandma.
And what number, and what's the name of your player? You already said Ross, but what number is Ross?
22, double deuce.
The double deuce.
Grandma Debbie, Justin Roby's grandma, class of 1967. Yay!
Wow, awesome. Roby.
Grandma Mary, Jacob Arnovic, number 58. I'm proud of him. Woo! And the whole team.
Whole team's doing great this year, aren't they? It's awesome. And last but not least,
Grandma Sharon. Grandma Sharon. I'm Aiden Tepper's grandma. Yay, Aiden. Go team.
All right, grandmas, we're going to do a Go Raiders on 3. Does that sound good? Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Go Raiders!
There we go, boys. I'll bring it back up to you, Aaron.
All right, well, that was pretty exciting. Ken, he's a man of the crowd. He's a man of the people. So Ken outworking the crowd, got some senior girls to talk a little bit about the game. And obviously we talk a lot about the Grandma Brigade, and they showed up tonight. I think there's probably more of them in the crowd, too. So if you're not here tonight, grandmas, please text the booth and let us know you're out there. We certainly enjoy hearing from you. So tonight we are back in Hudson after the 3-game road trip that we just came back from. It's nice to be back home. A couple of tough games on the road, but the Raiders obviously came through, and we're here tonight on homecoming. Just a huge crowd trying to get into the parking lot. I'm kind of a late shower upper. I don't do all the fun pregame stuff that Ken and the other guys do. So that's for me. I got here about maybe 25 after 6. I had to park on the way into the parking lot. So good crowd tonight. Looks like it's a whiteout night for the bleacher creatures and the Hudson student section. So it should be a lot of fun. Let's talk a little bit about North. We're gonna talk some history tonight with North. North Huskies have kind of had a beleaguered program for many years, and of course we've mentioned that in the past broadcasts we've had. But they're turning things around, and it's actually kind of exciting to see. On the year so far, North, they're at 500, 3-3, 2-2 in the Big Rivers. Had a tough matchup last week in Menominee, lost by a score of 40-14. But like I said, this isn't the same Huskies program we've seen in the past, and they've been pretty competitive in most of their games this season. Matt McGinnis is the head coach. He's now in his third season. We've seen a lot of those coaches back around 2020, 2021, new coaches coming on board. He's one of them. Coach McGinnis, again, in his third year for the Raiders. Last year, or for the Huskies, last year Hudson won their game over at Carson Park against the Huskies 34-7. They lead the all-time series, and tonight they're going to be playing for their 12th straight win in the series. So the Huskies, they're led on offense by junior quarterback number 10, Peyton McCracken. On the season, he's averaging 106 yards a game in the air, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. They'll throw the ball a fair amount. They've got a balanced offense, but you'll see McCracken trying to wing it, I'm sure, tonight against this Hudson Raider defense. His top target in the past game is senior T.J. Johnson. Johnson's number is number 1. He's averaging about 14 yards a catch and 3 touchdowns so far this year. They're going to run the ball, and on the ground, they're going to rely heavily on senior Cameron Olson. He's number 0. He's rushed for 703 yards, averaging about 117 yards a game, 2 touchdowns. Had some turnovers, a couple fumbles recently, so something to keep an eye on. But again, he's on pace for 1,000 yards this year, so good job by him, and they'll rely on him a lot in the run game. The Huskies, for the year, they've scored 106 points compared to their opponents' 138. Just as a comparison, the Raiders on the season have scored 200 points and only given up 77. So you can kind of see the balance there, difference between these two teams. I'd say tonight, the game plan for the Raiders, it's going to be the same as last week. Look to establish their run, get control of the line of scrimmages early. If they can get off to a big lead, which we saw last week, expect some opportunities for turnovers. It all kind of comes down to taking teams out of what they like to do, and of course you're trying to be competitive, trying to do some things, maybe pass the ball downfield. That could create some turnover opportunities if the Raiders can get ahead in this game and get the Huskies out of their game plan. But again, I expect a big night, a big crowd, another big Hudson win.
Going to be a fun one, I'll tell you. Thank you again to the Raider fans, the seniors that joined me. Of course, I've spaced their names already, but thank you, ladies, for joining me. Super fun to hear from you, and then the Grandma Brigade making a big appearance tonight, showing up in full force. The whole crew here, except for Grandma Strong.
Well, she's got the longest way to travel, and I'm sure she's going to get to a game this year. Maybe it's a playoff game.
Yep.
You know, you never know. I think she was at a game earlier this season.
She was.
So it's you can't make them all when you live in Iowa and you're 4 hours away.
That's right. Well, Grandma Strong, we're thinking of you up here in the booth. We continue to have a busy night tonight. We will have an awesome interview at the half. Got a couple surprise guests. The Creatures, a couple of them will be joining me in the booth. Between the 3rd and 4th, we've got some band folks that are going to join us. The marching band, they've got an event coming up. I think it's October 7th. They'll be in the booth to tell us a little bit more about that. And then I've got an interview that will air between the 1st and 2nd. Yeah, we're busy. And it's the O-line. We did an interview. Didn't do Coach's Corner this week. Coach was took a breather. Had something was happening. Couldn't make it. So O-line was subbing in for him. Buckle up. These guys, there's moments where I'm like, I'm going to have to take the mic over here. Like, I'm not sure if you can say that. Like, I'm going to take the mic back real quick.
You give them the platform. Again, they're kind of the unsung heroes a lot of these football teams. So.
Oh, love those guys. They were very, very fun and made me look kind of small. It was great.
Yeah.
Anytime, you're like looking up at guys, it's like, wow, big crew here.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's homecoming night. It's a packed house tonight. It's awesome.
We're gonna try to cover a lot too, Ken. We're gonna talk a little bit about the other Hudson Raider sports that are going on this fall.
You bet.
Lots of success there. It's homecoming. We want to recognize everything that's going on, not just football. Football is kind of the centerpiece at the end of the week, but lots of other things happening during the rest of the school week and the school year. So we'll touch on that tonight too.
And your Hudson Raiders have taken the field, the American flag, Hudson flag, and the POWMIA flag in full representation here. They love when they come out of that helmet. There's something about it that gives you goosebumps every time. You get the Raiders song, and again, I don't know if I can find an empty seat as I look out my window right now. This is probably the most packed I've seen maybe ever. It's just packed.
It's homecoming. It's a nice night, but when you have a successful team that people follow, this is what happens. You're going to draw some crowds. So.
Right. Good stuff. Really good stuff. It was fun to say hi to a lot of people that are in town. I met Mr. O'Sittigan pregame, and he had some very kind words for us in the booth and appreciated our thoughts and prayers after his son was hurt during that SPASH game. We'll get ready for the national anthem here, but again, it was fun to talk to him and some other parents, and just it's just so nice to hear the appreciation that they have for us when they can't make a game and they can tune in remotely and watch their kid play and be in action. And it's the grandmas, it's the grandpas, it's the aunts, the uncles, and moms and dads. Anyway, really, really fun to hear all that. So thank you all for saying hi. All right, we'll get the national anthem here in just a hot second. Oh, by the way, Mustachio ATE is somebody that's in his crew's got a Mustachio T-shirt. That's awesome. Here we go. Outstanding national anthem sung by a bunch of Raiders.
One of the choir groups. Yep, that was beautiful.
Yep, that was awesome.
Yeah, you mentioned the crowd. I had a chance to talk to some of the Richmond folks today and people that have kids in the program. They're running into the same thing. They're selling tickets pre-sale. In fact, it sounds like they're already selling for that Hudson game at the end of the year.
Crazy.
So for Raider fans, if you want to go to that game, again, we're kind of teeing things up here that they have a tough game tonight. It's their homecoming. They play Menominee. We'll be watching that score for sure. But even if they don't win tonight, I think they end up playing, might be North or Memorial, and then it'll be the final game of the season. So it's kind of lining itself up to be for the conference championship.
For all the marbles, for the conference.
So just be ready. You might want to get on board and buy tickets there sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I had a quick little email interaction with Austin Junker, who's the AD over there, and he's got us all set up and mentioned something similar, like things are, it could be one heck of a game to end up the regular season on, and you can already sense the excitement from him as well, which is super fun. Great guy. We'll get the lineups. Look at our new scoreboard is just something else. They've got all sorts of effects that they throw up, and loving it.
But don't sleep on this North team either.
No.
We've kind of made a little bit of a mockery of the program the last many years, but they've come out of the doldrums here. They're turning some things around. I think a big win for them. They picked up their first conference win since 2014 this year when they beat, I think it was Memorial, which is kind of even more icing on the cake.
Oh, that's
able to get that
that's
win,
a shot.
At Carson Park in front of all those Eau Claire fans. So they're gonna compete tonight. And again, I think we talked about it last week. The train keeps on rolling. If Hudson can keep things going like they have these last 3-4 weeks, shouldn't be any problem. But if you start slow and you give this North team an opportunity, you might end up in a dogfight in the second half.
That's right. I was thinking the same thing as I looked to the south side of the field. Like, these guys came to play, and this isn't going to be some lay down. North they're feeling it. They've got a new mojo this year, and they've put a couple W's on the board. They're 3-3 right now, and yeah, I mean, like you said, you can't go to sleep on a team like this. This is a team you need to show up like you have the last couple games.
And again, the depth and the talent of Hudson is certainly on paper, and what we've seen is superior to what Eau Claire North has. But there are certain things that happen in high school football. You start slow, you have a couple turnovers, all of a sudden you dig yourself a hole, and sometimes that gets more difficult to overcome. I don't see that happening tonight, Ken. I so much of what I've seen from Hudson is they've been able to control the line of scrimmage, both offensive line, defensive line. That means they can run the football, they can protect the passer, they can get pressure, whether it's in the run game or certainly sacks, which we like to talk about, but it all kind of happens up front, and that's where Hudson's been real dominant these last few games.
Yeah, the line has been great. Been fun to watch them on both sides.
Watching, they're doing the split the pot there, so it's an arm length, and people are trying to get every little inch
they're
of their
just trying to just
every
stretch
centimeter
it.
of fingernail to
I
get
can
that
do
ticket.
it. I can do it. You know what? I love it. And is that for the Hudson Safe that they're selling tonight?
I think that's
senior
what they,
party?
Yeah, I think that's what they do that for.
Awesome. Yeah, I will admit I have done the stretch my arms as far as I can.
Yeah, don't pull a muscle.
Yep. We do that for our Rhinos bowling event where we'll do some raffle stuff, and we definitely get the tallest person around to help out with the arms length because it's all for charity, right? It's all good. Speaking of for charity tonight, the Agave Kitchen, Paul Rohde and crew were nice enough to chip in for the Sack-A-Rama. $100 per sack, up to $500 tonight. Had 4 of them last week. Nice tackle there at the 18-yard line. Again, Paul, thank you for chipping in. I appreciate that. Hey, a quick shout-out, to the Agave To Go. Off of Exit 4, they're doing something special tomorrow night. Chris was telling me about it. The chef Bill has come up with a really nice 10-ounce USDA choice top sirloin, cheesy hash browns, and Texas toast for $19.95. It's only available over at Exit 4 Agave To Go, and it's tomorrow night. Check it out. Sounds good to me.
Sounds good. Your Raider defense looks to be healthy and the same as we've seen here the last couple weeks. Of course, Tyler Lessard has come back now playing safety. Seen a couple interceptions from him the last 2 weeks.
Little handoff to the near side here. Gets around the edge out to about the 30. Picks up a first down. That's
Cam Olson. That's we highlighted him
Olson
in the pregame, and again he's on pace for potentially well over 1,000 yards. So they're going to give him the ball a lot. He's a load. He's 5'8", 200 pounds, and we've seen running backs like that this year. That reminds me of that Spash kid that was about the same size, maybe a little bit lighter, but
just a hard-nosed runner.
Exactly.
So bring up a 1st and 10 here for the Huskies. Quarterback with a quick pass. Bobbled yet caught. About 6 yards on that one.
Brady Jensen on the reception there.
Who do you got at QB for the Huskies? I don't have a roster in front of me.
His name is Peyton McCracken. And he is a junior. He's had a pretty decent year. He's averaging about 100 yards, a little over 100 yards, 110-ish, let's say, a game. And it'll be a lot of quick passes like you saw there. Again, they want to run the football first, and those quick passes kind of alleviate a little bit of that pass rush from the Raiders. So it's going to be important for Hudson to shut down the run, put them in a little bit more second and long, third and long passing situations.
McCracken looking to pass this one
good
again.
Protection that time.
Good pressure late here. Nice, all over him. Chucks that to the near sideline.
Aiden Tempering that time, able to get pressure, late pressure to...
Barker's Bar and Grill has been a downtown Hudson favorite since 1988.
I like these unis. I like the blue and not a lot of, you don't need a lot of lettering, all that kind of stuff. It's just they're really sharp with the pants. And of course, we have white, we have gray, but I'm a blue guy, Ken.
Yep, I do like the blue as well. So a 3rd and 4 coming up. McCracken back in the shotgun here. Flag thrown pre-snap there. We'll get the call. Looked like a false start potentially. False start offense. So that'll take it from 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 9. So you talk about shooting yourself in the foot just to teach. That's not what you're looking for if you're a North fan.
Yep, and these are the situations again where you start to see that defensive line come into play, and they're going to put pressure on here. Wouldn't be surprised to maybe see something like a screen pass or something that's going to take away some of that quick pressure.
Sure.
We'll see maybe a little crossing route, but Hudson's going to look to get pressure here, and those DBs should have opportunities in this game to maybe get. There's a short pass there.
Quick pass behind him.
Yeah, and kind of what I talked about, just trying to set up something, give that guy a couple blockers out in space, maybe pick up some manageable yards. But good stop by the Raider defense. Looks like they're going to have 2 guys deep here on the punt return, Jamison and, of course, Ross Yeager, who's been kind of the guy all year back in by himself.
This is probably a stupid question, but why do you put 2 back there? Is it just kind of...
It could be something they saw on film.
Okay.
It might be whether they've got a kind of
junky snap there, kind of a wounded duck. This one, nice air time, just kind of hits at the 44, takes a Husky bounce down at the 42-yard line, and we just stayed away from that one. Probably a good call. Good air time, not a lot of distance on that one.
Yeah, he had decent hang time. But getting back to your question, it could be something on film. It could be... again, you can run. You see on kickoffs, even see it on punts sometimes, where you might have some play called for special teams that might be a reverse or something else.
Sure.
So
Yep.
These are games I think you're going to see Hudson the next 2 weeks trying some different things as the season progresses. You can only cover so much in practice, so games are an opportunity to also do some things. Keeper that time.
Brought up the middle, and nothing there. Schultz gets shut down. A couple Huskies all over that call. Loses maybe not even. They'll mark it at same line of scrimmage. Again, Hudson in that hurry up. They like that up tempo. Hand off to the near side, cuts up. Yeager trying to get around the corner. Works a stiff arm, picked up about 5 on that one.
Got a decent block from Roby there, able to seal that corner from that play and gave Yeager an opportunity to pick up a few yards.
Yep, check that. Picked up about 4 yards on that one. And Hudson does like this up-tempo here. They'll slow down for a hot second. Look over at Coach on the sidelines here. Couple signals coming in. Always like watching all the signals coming in.
Yeah, it's Coach Jamison and, of course, Coach Cowell's back there.
Pass, here we go. Oh, had a little just dump to Yeager there, and I was looking downfield a little bit more. I didn't if it caught kind of behind him or what, but just
a little bit behind him, but looks like he took his eyes off the ball. I think it's certainly a catchable ball, and we talked about this pace, and this was a little bit not quite as chaotic as we saw a couple
too many
times.
men on the field. They caught him. They couldn't get off the field in time. I don't know is that a 5 or we'll see.
Yep, it's a 5. Oh, nice return.
Good return.
Here.
Another
There's
flag.
That's a hold.
So this thing will be coming back 6 ways from Sunday here as we get these flags sorted out. 2 flags, I believe, on the Huskies.
Well, the too many men on the field is going to be interesting because that's going to be a 5-yard penalty, and that's going to give the Raiders, if they accept it, an opportunity to maybe look at this thing with a little bit 4th and 1, I would say.
Yeah, it'll be 4th and 1-ish. Yep. I think we got 6 yards here. Yeah. Yep, you're right. 4th and 1. At the midfield line. So it's kind of a little bit of a gamble here, right?
And so the offense is coming back to coach there. I think they're getting ready to come in and take a look at that.
Now, riddle me this. If that second flag's a hold
Doesn't
back there,
matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
Nope, because
thank you.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
So it's going to be the first penalty is what's going to be covered here, because obviously they got possession on the punt return, and
got it.
That's a different situation. If that was the only penalty, they'd be moving the ball back on for North
Gotcha.
from the spot of the foul. Let's hear what they have to say here.
All right, we're ready.
Not in any hurry to come over and
Nope.
talk to the coaches.
Taking his time.
Well, what's interesting is
he
he
pointing the
called
wrong
both
way?
those penalties on Hudson.
Oh.
Let's go. Okay, yeah, I got it right. He's like, okay.
He
It
was
looks like
pointing the wrong way,
offense-
right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, wait a minute. I saw both those penalties. Yep. All on North. Thank you for clarifying. I was thinking-
Wrong way again. There you go. You
There
got
we
it.
go.
That will be accepted on 4th down. Illegal blindside block. North, that penalty is declined.
Blindside block was the secondary flag that came out.
Yeah, so got a lot of laundry on that time
Yeah.
on North. But I like this decision by Hudson. So they're going to move the ball up. It's going to make it about a 4th and 1, maybe 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a solid one right there. So
I like this. Good action early on. Ball just at the 49-yard line. Couple guys in motion.
Oh,
man. He just got wrapped up. They're going to go with a
what was an option play?
Option,
and
and-
before the play was even run, I was thinking that might be something outside. But you gotta read that quickly and make that pitch.
yeah.
And just, I think he had enough. If he was able to get the ball out, probably whoever was the halfback there could have picked up the yardage. But he got swallowed up real quickly. That right side of the Hudson line got gobbled up.
It did. Yeah, it broke down quick. Well, that's a turnover on downs there, so the Huskies will take over on the 48, their 48. Excuse me, the opposite side of the field. McCracken, handoff to Olson.
Nice job, Stigler that time. Also,
Yes, sir.
Bonashinsky in there to make the tackle.
Bonashinsky. Like that. Good start defense.
Well, points will be at a premium tonight for North, and I think part of what they want to do is certainly score, but again, try to eat some time and keep that Raider offense off the field. I think, again, Hudson, a lot of what they do is dictated by their defense and able to control teams, get good field position.
Kraken with a pass here. Caught at the 45. Jumps forward. I don't know if he got any extra with that little jump. Like they'll pick up about 6 on the play.
Brady Jensen that time.
3rd and 4 coming up. Love to see the D with a nice hold here, or if we can hold them to kind of a 3 and out. That'd be fun to get that offense back out there. I always hate it when we sputter a little bit on offense early on. It seemed like our early games this season, we had a couple of those moments where we'd sputter a bit and like to get that kind of dust knocked off quick.
Right. Yep.
Again, 3rd and 4 coming up for the Huskies. Beautiful evening, just a light breeze out there, a little humidity, about 70 degrees. Olson
Nice
wrapped
job,
up in the backfield.
Bonashinsky.
Yes!
Got penetration on that play, kind of cleaned up at the end that time. I think that was Hines that came in and kept him. Bonashinsky, though, was the one that got it. First contact, able to get the runner wrapped up. So
Well,
North looks like they're going to go
They
for
are.
it here.
They
Yeah.
are. I
Well,
was just
again,
going to say. Interesting.
not a lot to lose.
Yep.
And they've had some positive plays here, some positive yardage plays. Watch for a hard count. Certainly something as a coach you're gonna. Oh, that was quick.
There's a
quick
quick
shot,
pass.
though. Oh,
Bobbled,
nice catch
caught,
that time.
down. First down for the Huskies. Wow, he caught that one kind of behind him, bobbled it, and able to make that reception.
That's Jensen again. He's kind of been the main target so far for McCracken. Just kind of split the seam there. And I actually think had that ball been on target, he might have gone to the house.
Yeah, right. If it had been in front of him instead of behind him, yeah. Big 4th down play for the Huskies there. Convert, and they'll move the sticks. Ball at the 26-yard line. McCracken to Olson. Olson up the middle. Nothing doing there.
Sam Dickman with the tackle. Talk about how quickly he can get down the line, and that was evidence right there. He just sheds the blocker and follows the play down from his end position, makes the tackle.
So 2nd and 9 coming up here.
Last week we saw quite a bit of pressure from the Raider defense, and by that I mean blitzes. We saw blitzing from the linebackers. We saw a couple safety blitzes that got home, so keep an eye on that tonight too. We'll try to point that out. It looks like they're going to show blitz right here.
Olsen gets through a seam there. Good hustle by him. Gets down to about the 15. It'll be another first down. They'll move the sticks.
So the thing about blitzing is sometimes you pick the right gap, sometimes you don't. That
Right.
time the blitz came on the left side,
Right.
and the North Huskies ran right.
Shaking the dice, and one on that one. Again, first down coming up for the Huskies. Ball right on the 15 here. Was mentioning the weather earlier. A little humid out here, but not too bad. Kind of in the low 70s right now with a light breeze. Beautiful night for some football. Handoff. Yep, Olsen goes right. Cuts upfield. Good hard running by him. Wow.
Boom.
Bounds
He
into
got
the
there.
end zone. That Olsen, boy, he's a tank, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, tackler's bouncing right off him. Again, a kid like that who's so broad and kind of low to the ground, you got to hit him low. You can't come hit him at the shoulders, can't tackle high because he's going to bounce right off you. Quick score there from that turnover on downs for North.
Yep, it's the little things that you look back on that 4th down. Should we have maybe just punted it and gone for a field position play there? Easy to say from the booth. Spot good, kick good. Field goal looks good. 7-0. So the Huskies, the first hit tonight. And like you said, these guys have come to play.
Well, you can already tell they're much better fundamentally than we've seen in the past. I mean, they would make the bus trip over and be down 24-0 before you even knew it in previous years. And there's been such a big turnover of coaches there, and again, I don't think they've had the players. So when you have a losing program, you've got kids that are like, I'm not going out for football. It's a waste of my fall. I'm gonna play soccer or do something else.
Right.
And it's a big school. I mean, comparable certainly to Hudson from enrollment size, but it's just one of those things that it's never been known as a football school for years and years and years. If you go back 20 years, they probably were near or at the bottom of every conference year. So we've been talking about it for a long time. It's just a matter of time. The right coach gets in there, you build the base of players, you get kids that want to play, and then you develop them, right?
Yep.
I expect Hudson's going to certainly answer here. I think maybe you start a little flat that first drive, but
takes that one at the 4.
Lessard there with the
nice move upfield. Great hustle out to the 35-yard line by Lessard. Wow, he's crafty. Ready to see a pass or two in his hands. See what happens then.
Yeah, and last week 1 target, 1 touchdown. That's the running game really wasn't needed last week, but you saw the big playability with him on that 64-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, definitely a guy that can catch and run. He's a speedster. Be interesting if we'll get Schultz going up the middle much. They've been doing a good job shutting that down so far, but boy, he's another guy. Once he gets that secondary, he go. Option, Schultz keeps it. Here we go. Nice speed over the 50.
That was an excellent read, and again, that's an option play, so he puts it in the belly of the back, has to make a decision off his read whether he's going to keep the ball or leave the ball with the first option. Decided to pitch it, got north and south, picked up about 20 yards.
He keeps this one again. Flag on the play. First down picked up over the 30. We'll get a call on that flag. What are you thinking?
Probably a hold, just based on where it was at. Yep, so that's the call.
Yep.
And again, nice job, though, by Ryland Schultz making that the right decision in that option. We talk about it a lot. Sometimes you're going to have to eat it. You're going to have to take a loss.
Yep.
Sometimes, you just have to – it's all about making the right decision. Sometimes there's risk-reward. depending on how, especially how that end plays in the contain on the defense. 2 good reads by him in a row here.
Well, unfortunately, on that last one, we had a hold on Hudson, so they'll back us up to our 47-yard line. Quick pass. There it is. There, nice move. Lassard making moves like crazy. Tries to split the knee down at the 10. What great hustle.
Could hear it in the booth next door with the coaches. There it is.
Yep.
Exactly.
They saw it.
That's a matchup across the middle there. That it's a quick hitter. What you're trying to do is get Tyler Lassard the ball in stride. Happened that time. He's able to pick up about another 20 yards before he's brought down. So big play.
Nice work by both those players. Excellent pass, and like you said, it's fun to hear the coaches. Got it. Schulte, keeper. Gets stuck at the line. Boy, just nothing there. I saw that line. There wouldn't even been daylight coming through that thing.
No, they're getting a push. It's not just one guy either. I mean, that time you had 3 guys. One of the guys that I want to mention for North is number 99, Nua Penagar. So leads the team in tackles for loss. He's been active on pretty much every one of those running plays up the middle.
Pitch coming around the right side. Gets the corner, cuts upfield, down at the 2. Come on, Raiders. Quick shout out to Will Conan watching over in Eau Claire. Will, thanks for tuning in with the crew. You and Charlie.
Wasn't sure on that one if Jamison made the right decision popping it outside, but showed us some speed that time, able to pick up some positive yards. There's a touchdown.
Look at this one. Get in there. Gets around the edge. He's going to cut up. Leans on in. Touchdown.
No, we got a hold, though, unfortunately.
Oh, goodness.
On that corner. Thought he might cut that up. It looked like he had an opportunity. Took it outside, and one of the Raider blockers just hung on a little bit too much. So,
a couple holds on this drive certainly have put a stutter step into what's been a pretty fluid drive outside of those penalties. And that'll back us up to the 12. Check that 11-yard line, I think. So it'll be a third and goal from the 11.
Yeah, and I don't see Tyler Lassard on the field. I know he came over and looked like he was stretching a little bit. So that's an option in this situation that the Raiders have looked to. See what they want to do here.
Schultz looks past.
Oh,
there
nice
it is.
catch.
Nice one right over the middle. Boom. Bada bing. It's a Hudson touchdown. Let's go, Raiders. We'll check the replay on that one.
Just a quick slant there out of the slot. That was Jamison. Great hands, good pass from Schultz, right on the money. Gets him in stride in for the touchdown.
What a beauty. Extra point being attempted by Strong. Grandma Strong just sent a note that she missed being there. Woo!
Yeah.
That was tough to handle.
Tough snap.
It was. Yeah,
tough snap and
snap hit the dirt, had to get reset, and then just couldn't regroup there. Once the
so Grandma Strong back in Iowa.
Yeah, what did she say here? Let's see here. It's fun when people already know the text number to hit the booth up.
I got to tell you, Jason Anderson, we had an opportunity last week with Steele Homey playing, so he got a lot of time in the second half, ran hard. He sent me a text. His nickname is Bear.
The Bear, I like
so
that.
So we got to start calling him Bear. Steele Homey.
Somebody sent us a note, said make sure you guys spread the word to buy your tickets ahead of time for the new Richmond game. We have been spreading said word. Grandma Strong says, sorry I can't make it tonight, but watching and thankful for that. Well, we're thankful for having you tune in, Grandma Strong. Thank you. Jeff Tierstick tuning in out there. Have a great broadcast. Go Raiders, and sends me a bunch of food pictures. Dang it.
Oh, you know how to get at Ken, don't you?
Oh, yeah, and it's from
Jeff.
Louisiana, too. It's like this crawfish, A2P. Oh, bobbled that one at the 10. Gets a hold of it at the 15. 20, cuts up. Finally knocked out of bounds there at the 30-yard line. Wow. Jeff is sending some Mighty good looking stuff. Ken, here's dinner tonight. Steak and crawfish. Much better than a water dog.
Sounds good. Yeah.
You can only get a water dog at the Carson Park field. They put those in some hot wiener water and just let them soak. That's what they do. All right, so the Raiders with a nice answer there. Couldn't get the extra point, but a nice answer to that touchdown that the Huskies had.
Yeah, well, and now it's about the defense.
That's
We've
right.
seen a lot of missed
That's right.
tackles that last drive, even on the kick return here. A couple missed tackles by Hudson. So let's see if we can kind of sharpen that up and
Sharpen the
clean it
axe.
up a little bit.
Ball spotted just inside the 30. Ooh.
Must have stepped off sides that time.
Had somebody jumped. So I think it was. We'll see.
Quick score out of New Richmond. Tigers over the Mustangs of Menominee 7-0. I'm going to keep that game kind of top of mind here streaming, and we'll try to give updates.
Thank you for that. And is that on the road for the Tigers?
It is homecoming for New
Homecoming
Richmond.
for
so
New
they've got a
Richmond.
home
You said
game
that earlier.
tonight,
You're
which
right.
is a,
Yep.
which is a good thing. Menominee looks like they've got the ball at about the 16-yard line of New Richmond.
Huskies with it at the 35. McCracken keeps this one, comes to the near side, gets tripped up there, picked up about a yard or two.
Tempering did a good job shedding his blocker there on the left side. Able to make that tackle, cleaned up by Ethan Hines.
Bring a second and 3. Good Studi section down to our left here. We've got all 4 sections filled up with it's a whiteout night, so everybody's got their white tees on and other apparel. McCracken
Brings pressure up the middle, over the top.
almost picked there. Wow, got a handle on that one.
That was the jackhammer. Excellent coverage that time. Got in front of the receiver, had an opportunity for a pick, and just bobbled it a little bit, but great coverage.
It was good.
Pressure that time up the middle by Dalton.
Again, thanks for tuning in tonight to Raider Streaming and the River Channel. We are sponsored by Derek Building Solutions. Thank you so much for sponsoring the booth this year, Derek Building Solutions. We appreciate you being our diamond sponsor. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Huskies. Let's go defense. Boy, this first quarter is just ticking by. 3:18 left to go. Been a fun first quarter to watch. McCracken. Oh, they got pressure on him quick. Booyah! Blow him up! Come
nice
on!
job.
Sacktastic! Let's go! Agave Kitchen, that's your first Hundy tonight. A huge sack.
That's your safety. Tyler Lassard came up and made that play. Flushed out by Zach Dalton.
Wow.
Good job by the Raider coverage that time to let that pressure get home.
And that'll pop you back 4th and long. Not going for that one, so they'll boot this one down to, looks like, again, we got 2 receivers. Is that Lassard and the double deuce? Yeager?
Yep.
Okay. Check my eyesight every once in a while. Wow. Funky little snap. Flag flies
I
early.
think that's going to be false start, and that really has to do with that snap. I mean, all of a sudden, they're calling for the football. Things coming out so slow, and all of a sudden there's movement on the line.
People are
So,
rolling. Right. That was a...
I'm kind of watching this, Ken, and
Yeah.
you know it's you watch things as they progress during the game, and that snap is very slow. In other words, putting pressure on might make some sense there to be able to get to that punter. That time Hudson tries.
Yes, they
Lassard
did.
almost got there.
Yes, they did. That takes a Hudson bounce and down inside the 50 at the 45. And that was a great call by you.
Well, I'm
just
thinking.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like
a couple of things could happen. The way that the snap looks to me is certainly it's not clean and it's slow. So if anything, maybe you send pressure. You don't necessarily get home, but if they bobble the football or they fumble it, now you're right there.
You're on it like poop on it, baby. Yeah, I'll tell you, it's like a wounded duck, like, shooting clay pigeons back there. Pulp.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a wounded duck this time. Ball inside the 50 at the 45.
Lassard back in the game at receiver, top of the screen.
Handoff. Roby.
Oh, face mask that time.
Wow, that got up
There
high.
it is.
There's the flag. Yep, thank you very much. Yeah, just did a full wipe across. He's calling for it.
Von DeMuth went over to the ref thinking he got called for a penalty. Must have felt guilty, but I think that's going to be a face mask.
DeMuth was one of the better interviews for the O-line.
A little bit of a character.
He is a character. Yep, he was the guy I had to pull the mic away from at one point.
Kind of like, it's probably
Super
a little
funny.
bit like interviewing all-star wrestlers, right?
Little
Let me
bit.
tell you right now.
Yeah, a
Kenny.
little bit. Yep, and I took your advice. I brought donuts.
I told you.
I pulled out 2 huge boxes of donuts and said, start eating these as the interview gets going. Let's go.
And they had smiles on their faces the whole time.
They
didn't
didn't hesitate. Nope, those donuts were all gone. It was great. All right, so they'll move the chains. Here, what are we doing? We got the chains moving. Let's just move the first down marker. How's that sound? What are we doing here?
I
So
don't know what's going on.
first chain should be at the 45.
There we go. I
Second
think-
one at the 35. Just Uncle Ken will help you. Here we go.
I'm
Yep.
thinking my man Dave Morey might be on the sticks over there. It's looking like him. If I had my spotting scope, I'd be looking. But
Okay.
nice read that time, but filled again. Really, that was the best read that could happen on that option, but just gobbled up in that middle. Interior of the Hudson offensive line, not getting much push on those plays up the gut.
Quick pass out to the near side here. Cuts upfield. First down.
Got a great block from Aiden Jamison that time out on the edge. Kept his guy sealed, able to give Yeager at least an extra 5 yards there to pick up the first down.
All right, we'll take it. We will take it. You know what they say in Caddyshack.
So what? So let's dance.
Sorry, a little sound bite.
Jamison,
Cut
good
upfield.
cutback.
Jamison, nice job. Picks up 8 clean yards on that one. Boy, he went 0 to 60 on that far side. Just whoop, 8 yards.
Yeah,
Here we
he's
go.
having a nice game.
Second down and 2. A little movement there. No call. Nice hole. Cuts upfield. The Yeager again on the carry.
Yep.
Nice job by him. Pick up a smooth Cadillac-style first down.
Justin Roby got a good block to kick out that defender.
Roby. I met Roby's grandma tonight. She's awesome. Ooh. Little breakdown at the line there and just nothing doing.
There's nothing happening up that middle right now.
No, they got big bodies in
and
there.
I fully expect they'll stick with it, and maybe it becomes, again, maybe it's that draw that we've seen be so successful, quarterback draw,
Right.
where it just takes a little bit of time for the blocking to develop and then you run.
Right.
But the straight ahead dives right now, nothing doing up the middle. There's that
Keeper.
draw.
There we go. We got room on that one. Schultze turns the corner. Touchdown. Hudtown. Let's go. Hoko. What a run.
I guess I was right.
And there he is, folks. That's our talent in the booth, Aaron Sundin. I guess I was right. Yep, you were, my friend. Great call. Great run by Schultze. And look at that guy wheel. Beauty.
He gets a little opening, and he can hit the burners, that's for sure.
Strong's
There's
kick
one.
is good.
Stick around for that halftime show. We'll help feature the Raiders, the high school marching
All right, nice. Again, nice answer to what's happening right now. Good push.
Couple good drives.
Great drive, yep.
And again,
Great field position.
positive yards. Again, your goal is let's try to not leave yourself in those positions where it's second and long, third and long. Not that you don't have the weapons to get out of that, but it just keeps the playbook open a little more when it's third and manageable, second
right.
manageable.
You are correct, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
We saw this a couple games this year. Certainly the one that sticks out to me is Menominee when we were down 14-0, and then Hudson came back and scored, 31 unanswered points.
33.
So would not be surprised here to see if the Raiders can stop the Huskies on this drive, again, trying to put more points on the board in the second quarter. Just under 30 seconds left here in the first.
Studi section getting all sorts of fired up down to our left here. Cheer and stunt team getting them just cranked up. We are. Sorry. I miss being in the Studi section. It'd look really weird if I was down there now. Who's this old sweaty guy that likes that sushi? That's our broadcaster.
You're a non-traditional student.
He doesn't get out much. And a line drive punt into the corner, and it
Nice boot.
Bounce into the end zone, so no chance of taking that one out, or they didn't want to. Don't want that. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a pause for just a quick minute. We'll be.
You're not out yet, brother. 25.9 seconds.
Oh,
so
sorry.
That was no time went off the clock on that.
Sorry about that. My bad.
It's all right.
I was thinking our illustrious announcer said that was the end of the quarter, but I can't really hear with my earmuffs on. Earmuffs, Ken. Earmuffs. So ball will be spotted at the 20 for the Huskies. I'll have to tell you off the air what the U of M used to call the Mankato Huskies back in the day. We had a cheer for them.
Okay.
It's off
I want to hear it.
off the air cheer.
Okay.
Yeah. First and 10, McCracken back in the shotgun. We've got a little motion. Handoff to Olsen, the big rig. Not a lot going on up the middle for us either. Or for them, I should say. Shut down in Huttown.
That's going to be your quarter now, Kenny.
Oh, that's going to do it. Little Kenny C says we'll be right back, or will we? Or will we? We will.
Derrick Building Solutions is your Butler builder in New Richmond, serving western Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota. Butler's pre-engineered building system is easily customized for retail, warehousing, manufacturing, office, and more. Maybe you simply need an addition or roof replacement. Learn more about the industry-leading options available to you when you work with the experienced and trusted team of Derrick Building Solutions and Butler Manufacturing. Visit our website to see our project portfolio and schedule your no-cost consultation.
Hi, my name is Katrina.
Welcome back to the Derrick Building Solutions booth here at Raider Field. I think they call this the Castle. That's what some of the creatures have been calling this joint.
The Castle.
The Castle.
I like it.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I mean, Raiders and...
I like it. That makes some sense. Boy, I'll tell you, that scoreboard we got now, it's got some, like, HD picture going on. Do you see that thing? It's, like, mesmerizing.
It's a...
Jeff, I'd ask you to get a picture of it, but I don't want you to get mesmerized. You got to keep on the game.
When you and I were in high school, they were lucky to have light bulbs for the scoreboards.
Oh, yeah. We had a couple, like, freshmen out in the cornfield at Hudson, in Rochester that were, like, changing the wooden cards,
I can tell you the high school gym that I grew up with, there was somebody that would keep track of how many points people had, and you had to go change it like a number.
Really?
And you were up kind of on a platform. Kind of cool, though, old school.
That is old school. I love it. Little
Bonashinsky that time wraps up the quarterback. Yeah. Not much doing.
Not a lot going on up the gut there. You ever been out to a Cubs game where they've got old school?
Yeah, that's cool, too, yeah. That's kind of the same deal.
That's what made me think of that, yeah. Not a Chicago fan at all, but I'll tell you, going to a Cubs game is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Pretty fun. Pretty fun deal.
The Cubs.
The Cubs.
The Cubbies play the Brewers this weekend. And
do they?
It's Brewers have already clinched the division.
Okay.
They can spoil it for the Cubs. Cubs are in for the wild card. We'll see how the games go.
Nothing like playing spoiler. 3rd and long here for the Huskies. McCracken drops back.
Pressure coming.
Nice pressure. Oh, he's scrambling right now. Looking. Woo! Stood up on the far side. He goes backwards. Picked up maybe 2 or 3 on that one. He'll bring up a 4th and 4.
Bonashinsky in on the tackle, but actually the guy that came up and made the stick was Sam Dickman. He dropped into coverage, able to come up and fill.
Those guys, they're a good crew. Tell you, this is this whole football squad. It's been really fun to talk to them and get to know them throughout the season. And I was talking to one of the dads earlier on, and just saying how nice it was that his son had got hurt early in the season, and how the guys were checking in and texting him and sending prayers, and just nothing but good stuff to say about this team. Caught at the 35, coming this way in a hurry. Flag down. Great run back, too, by Yeager.
Boy, something must have happened up on the top of the screen, because I watched the play develop up in front of us. I did not see any type of an illegal block.
Once again, Alexander.
In fact, I thought on this edge who was blocking was Colton Schwartz, and all he did was kind of stand between the runner and the defender. Didn't put hands on him or anything.
Well, they definitely are calling it on Hudson. There it is. So that'll take it from inside the 30 because of an outstanding run back, and that's going to spot, wow, he just keeps hiking. Stop anytime now. There's Stripes. 33-yard line is the new spot. So basically flip the field. All right. Is what it is.
Yeah, that play, spot of the foul, the block probably, or the block in the back probably happened right about the time Yeager caught the football. So
yeah. Yep, so it's what? Spot of the foul and 10, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Raiders have the ball here, 35-yard line. Handoff up the middle.
Here he is again, big number 99.
Boy, he can
gobbling up the play.
He can fill in the middle there. Picked up 2 or 3 maybe on that run. Yeah, they got some big boys on that North team, don't they? I mean, they're just
they do, and their offensive line is big too. So
feed them well over there in Eau Claire. Got to be hitting the high V. Schultz, handoff coming around this way, cuts up field.
Jamison that time. Blockers out in front that time, just kind of gave up on the play. Jamison did most of that himself.
Coach is ready to run this. Hurry up here. 3rd and 4. Coming up. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line. Schultz back in the shotgun. Takes a peek. He's looking left all day long. Scrambles out to his left now. Nobody around. Oh, goodness. Yeah, controlled that one just out of bounds on the far side. Sometimes you got nothing to do. You got nobody out there.
Yeah, again, good pursuit by the Huskies defense, flowing to the football once Ryland was flushed out of the pocket. And
a rare 3 and out. Flags are everywhere. It looks like a laundry factory right now. Nice boot. This one takes a Hudson bounce.
And look at that.
Down to the
all
6.
For naught, because I think that's
5.
coming back for illegal motion by the Raiders.
There was more flags flying than I've seen in a while. Excellent kick. I like that by the announcer on Hudson.
So far, not the sharpest game Hudson's played. Quite a few penalties and, again, some miscues on offense especially. So.
Yep, they've been penalties have been eating us up a little bit. So they'll
definitely going to kick that over because that was an excellent punt by Schwartz. Downed inside the 10, not sure exactly where it ended up, but it was deep.
And Schwartz is the guy you were talking about the other day in warm-ups, just sailing them, having really good, great kicks.
That's another beauty right there.
Yep, Schwartz will send that one. Caught, and falls down.
Backpedaling there, thought maybe it might go off his fingertips. And
this could be a walk-in for us?
Could have been, yeah.
He'll down that at the, looks like the 27-yard line. Yeah, he was backpedaling. It's going to get away. Oh, gosh. They'll set up 1st and 10 for the Huskies. Fun hearing the murmur of the crowd in front of us tonight. Let's see if the defense get a little something to cheer about here.
Yeah, you mentioned there's some big bodies out there for that North squad. Check number 78, Kenton Monroe, 6'5", 300. He's your left tackle over on this side.
He's a big rig. Little pitch over that far side. Nice tackle. Woo! Swung out of bounds.
Dickman that time.
Yep.
Decent speed there on that. Aaron Solberg was the runner. only a sophomore. The kid I just mentioned, number 78, Mundo, also a sophomore.
Wow. Got a
So
young-
again, they're
young
getting
guys,
some
yeah.
kids, engaged and interested. Quite a few sophomores on this squad as I'm looking at the roster. So
Look out coming up, right? I mean, that's you start seeing those younger squads. And 2nd and 8 here for the Huskies. They picked up a couple in that first run. Handoff up the middle. Olsen, I would guess. Olsen brought down after he picks up about 4 or 5. 3rd and relatively short here.
Spencer
Banashinsky on the tackle. Ball spotted just on the other side of the 35, just between the 35-36 yard line, and 3rd and a couple.
see if Hudson can, if they want to send a blitz here, get some pressure on the quarterback. Look for something quick from quick hitter. That's an option play.
Yep.
Good read by the quarterback.
Wow.
McCracken.
Nice run by McCracken up that right side. Picks up about 7 on the play. That'll bring it up a first down for them. Ball out to the 44.
He was very decisive. I think he saw something when the play was called on that right side, that maybe a gap there. He ran right to that spot, got the first down and a few more.
So they'll move the chains here. Again, ball spotted at the 44. McCracken will send a guy in motion here. Hand off.
Oh, nice play.
Nice play. Is that
with the
Dickman back
tackle.
there?
Yep.
Just literally picked him up off his feet, just slinging him around a couple times, then put him down on the turf.
Just blew off that edge and
wow.
kind of was waiting right there for a bear hug. 5-yard loss. Nice play by Dickman.
Waiting for a bear hug. I'm going to hug you. I had an old uncle back in the day. He would come over, and he was probably 80-something, and he'd come over. I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder. Okay. And then he'd tell you something really wise,
Yep.
And then he'd say, okay. But I loved how he kind of said it. I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder.
You okay with that, Ken?
I was always like, okay.
Pressure coming.
There we go. Here we go. Chuck over to that far side. Good pressure. That was tempering back there.
And just got a hand up, able to kind of direct that pass out of the reach of the receiver.
ATE. Together, baby, you know me. ATE. He's going to put some pressure on you right now.
We need to work on your rhyming skills.
Look.
You just kind of you start off so well, and
it
then
was good, and then it just went
it's
bad.
The road to nowhere.
Well, you know me. The road to nowhere. All right, third and long
here.
coming up.
This is where those D linemen are pinning their ears back, frothing at the mouth, ready to get to the quarterback.
Stands are rocking right now.
Pressure coming the outside.
Pass.
From the linebacker.
Oh my goodness! Woo! Nice play. Sack. Aruski. Agave Kitchen up for another handy to
Meeting
the
of the minds
Rhinos.
that time. Penalty on the play. I think they're going to call a hold. It looks like. Oh no! I'm sorry. They're going to call a block below the waist. That's going to be declined.
Okay. Fourth down will come
Hudson
up. Yep.
brought pressure from Ben Stigler on that right side. That's where the penalty occurred, but didn't matter because the pressure was already brought on from both ATE, Dickman. I think somebody else was there too. So nice job by the Raider defense.
You called that one too. You're calling a couple of these tonight, my friend.
I can see things well from up here.
Attaboy. 4th and a mile and a half here. Jaeger back to take this one.
Starting to bring a little more pressure there, Kenny. We
Yes,
might
they
go
are.
for a pump block tonight.
Nice catch at the 22. Jaeger looks up this near side, cuts out to the left.
Cut back.
Got to get around 1 or 2. Up stutter step. Number 7 blows a tire. Jaeger upfield out to the 50. Oh, 7's ankles. He better check that one because he lost a wheel and a bearing on that move. Woo!
Yeah, all of a sudden he just kind of did, just like you said, a stutter step. Slowed down, accelerated, able to pick up about 15 more yards. Nice return.
Jaeger with some wheels. The old Double Deuce. That one through Grandma Double Deuce, who is just right down there. Said hi tonight. Thank you again for being part of the Grandma Brigade. Excellent interview by the Grandmas earlier. So 5:36 to go in the half. Hudson on the good side of the field here. Offense with nice positioning. Nice block there. Picks up 5, make it 6. Still running. Wow. Nice work by Roby, number 10.
Yep.
Just a hard runner.
Like to see. I hope he gets a little bit of confidence. You know, that game last week, coming off the Menominee game, coughed up the ball a couple times.
Sure.
And you know, again, that's just running hard and trying to get extra yards. And certainly he's done that all year. Good run that time, too. Good cut. Number 99, again, is just all over the place.
He is. He's a good player. Bring up 3rd and looks like 3 here. 3.5. And ball spotted at the 40, 42-ish. Hudson, they like to play with some tempo this year. They'll slow things down for a hot second. Look at the sideline. Coach will give him the signal. Here we go. Schultze drops back to pass, looking. Got to get him deep. There he is. He was all over him. He got mugged.
Right,
you knew that was going to happen.
Right.
I mean, he was just all like bear clawing him.
Yeah, and even though, I mean, Lassard still had a great opportunity to go get that football, he's just so strong. Even if you're putting a body on him, hands on him, he's able to keep his balance. Nice throw by Ryland Schultz. He had 2 guys wide open. That time he also had, I think it was Double Deuce that was wide open, kind of cross in the middle there, but doesn't matter. We'll take the penalty.
So it's a 15-yard penalty. They'll move the chains. So that's different than in the NFL. They assess a 15, not the start of the foul for that pass interference. Got it.
Same thing with college, and actually I kind of like that rule.
Yeah. Yep. I do too. Hudson right back at it. Comes Roby up the middle. Nice hard run by him. Picks up a handful.
A little bit better push that time by that offensive line in the middle. You could see those guys downfield about 4 or 5 yards. I'm sure that's what Coach Ted, the offensive line coach, is looking for. A little bit of grit. Get after it.
That's right. They were telling me about the pancakes they have every game. Roby with it again. Picks up a couple.
Tell you, this is a completely different North team, though.
Yeah.
Just how they're kind of flying to the football, and you know they're not as sloppy, especially on the defensive side. I mean, these guys have been solid.
Schultz to the near side. Yeager got to make a guy miss. Dives for the first down. I think he's close to it.
I think he got it. Blocker fell down there, so that was
first
all
down.
on Yeager picking up that first down.
That was a nice juke move here. As his blocker, like you said, that lost the last contain there, and nice job by him. Chain gang makes a move. First down here. Ball at the 18-yard line now. Schultze calls for this one. Keeper. Ooh, got a big hit there low as he came through the middle. Jumps right back up. Yeah, he doesn't get that, and he gone. Picked up about 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. Again, Hudson just tempo. Here we go. Got a guy moving again. Fakes it. Keeper. Cuts out field. Picked up maybe 3 or 4 on that one. Bring up a 3rd and 2. Kind of weaving his way through traffic there.
They're running a guy in motion every time on that play, and typically the last couple times they've done it, it's been Jamison. Expect something to be in a belly.
Roby shakes the guy. Can't quite pick it up. Still at the 10, so about 2 yards
Taylor
shy.
Frederick with the tackle, the linebacker. Again, there's just nobody there on that offensive line that's at least staying engaged on the block.
Okay, you got head coach right now. What do you do?
I think if you try to put the ball in your best player's hands on that offensive side, it's probably going to end up being right there.
Wow. Right there, he says. Lassard, right down Main Street, my friend, and that's a Hudtown touchdown.
And I should preface, you look for the best matchup, and you've got a kid out there that has been a tough matchup for any defense all year.
Oh, they just totally blew the coverage, too. Looked like he was going to go outside. He cut inside, and both the Husky players just didn't have the right read on that one and kind of walked that one on in.
We've talked about Tyler just being a matchup nightmare for most of these teams, and you get down in that red zone, you get down in that area where a one-on-one matchup can be exploited. In other words,
right.
When I say one-on-one, when you're blocking at the line of scrimmage, you've got 5 guys pushing on 5 guys. You know, you still are counting on that runner to find a hole or get a gap. Well, out in space, now all of a sudden you got a corner and a big receiver that you've been able to show that that's worked every time. Yeah, they got to stop it. They may even be ready for it. But at the same time, I'll take my chances throwing it up to them.
Yeah. Great play call on the offense there, and a nice 7 points on the board late in this first half. Studi section really getting going with the cheer squad in front of them, getting them all amped up right now. Like it, 2:21 to go in this opening frame. Again, we'll have some visitors in the booth. The Creatures will be up here at halftime. Stick around for that. Always, I'm sure, interesting what we'll hear out of those cats. You just never know. I'm going to get my other headset all wired up for these goop balls.
Quick update. Watching that score from New Richmond, 7-0 still. Tigers over the Mustangs, and it looks like New Richmond 51 seconds here.
Whoa, just dropped that one at the 12. He was heading upfield without said ball. He's like, oh, do I
forgot something?
Do I need this thing? What's this? What's this all about?
Hudson here with 3 timeouts left, 2:12 left in the half. See on this first play, if Hudson can get a stop, they might want to think about taking those timeouts and possibly getting the ball back. Ross Yeager's done a great job on punt returns tonight, so you have the possibility of breaking something there or giving your team good field position to maybe get one more score.
First down for the Huskies here. Ball at the 16. Tried to go up the middle. Not a lot happening there. A lot of blue jerseys in the way. Bonashinsky on the tackle. We've heard his name called a fair amount tonight, having, a stellar game.
Yep, he's been active.
He has. Your halftime show is going to be brought to you by Midwest One Bank. Corner of Vine and Carmichael. Say hi to Chuck up there if you're a business guy. Chuck's the best. 2nd and 10 here. Little high snap. McCracken cuts out to that right side, and
nothing doing.
May have lost a yard on that one. Not a lot going on there. That defense is feeling the mojo right now. So I'll bring up a 3rd and 11, it looks like. Clock's still ticking here, and no, I would guess there won't be any rush to get to the line if you're the Huskies right now. They don't want to leave Hudson with any time on the clock. Wow, we got all sorts of stuff going on. The Raiders performing. I think we've got a homecoming court's going to come on.
It's going to be a busy halftime.
I don't know how we're going to get through it all.
Yeah, you're right. Almost to the point of a delay of game here by North, but
Close.
Hudson comes with pressure again,
Ooh,
and they get
hello, neighbor. Oh, my goodness. I'll meet you at the quarterback. Nice job.
That was number 90, Jacob Stolz with the sack.
Was that sacktastic for a 3rd of the night?
I've got 3. Yep, I'm notching them up here.
All right. Thank you, Agave Kitchen, for...
So Hudson does take a timeout.
$100 per sack going to the Rhinos Foundation. Thank you for that. If you're not familiar with the Rhinos Foundation, they support families that are dealing with cancer. Have a family member that's dealing with cancer in western Wisconsin, so St. Croix and Pierce County. The cool thing about the Rhinos is every dollar that is donated to that foundation goes back out. I'm on the board with the Rhinos, and every board member is a volunteer. We do not take any money at all. Again, 100% comes in, goes out, which is awesome. And again, it's all local here. Very, very cool organization. So 4th and a mile here, maybe not a mile, but a quarter mile at least.
So we talked about it a little bit before.
Yeah.
And this is kind of that one of those situations where you've got a great return guy who's been excellent tonight, but if you're ever going to bring pressure, now might be the time to do it.
Now's the time.
Look about where they're kicking from.
Right.
And they've sent a couple guys that have gotten kind of token pressure. We'll see if they send the house here with the exception of Jaeger. They're going to drop a couple. Oh, there it is right there.
There we go. Block kick. Tipped. Woo! Let's go, Hudson. Dude, you are like Nostradamus in the booth tonight. This is unbelievable, Sunday, and this is why you're the talent of Raider Streaming. Thank you for coming. Let's get a replay on that action. And this was an it's tough to do a block like that and not, get called for hitting the kicker and other things. And that was just solid gold.
It's apparent to everybody. I mean, the coaches see the same thing I'm seeing too, but we know that the snaps have been slow. We know that you've had pressure, even not necessarily bringing pressure the last couple punts. That was the time to do it where the field position was where it was at. So I like the call. I like the play. Great block.
Wow. Pitched up to the corner over here. Caught.
Oh,
nope.
I think he bobbled it coming down.
Yeah,
Number 3 did a pretty nice job, actually. Once Lassard went up for it, you could see him get his hand in and just get bobbled. But, hey, I like it. They're going for points.
Yeah,
certainly want to get on the board. And there's 2 timeouts left, so you have the opportunity here to take probably 4 shots at it.
We've seen that pitch and catch in that corner before.
Going for it again. They're holding.
They were looking. Yeah, there's a couple folks calling for the hold there, and
he was mugging them. But again, I think not sure that the official over there was actually watching that. You can see where they want to go with it.
Yep.
Now might be the time, knowing that you've got a timeout. Set up the same formation, go opposite way, whether it's a pass or even you could even do that quarterback draw, because everybody's going to be looking for that same play here.
Hudson sets things up, man in motion. Schultz with it. Fakes to Roby. Schultz rolling. Schultz looking upfield, gets a
he's there again.
Gets tossed up by 99. Oh, that big
all
rig.
over the place. I think they're going to kick it here.
Yeah. You know what? I'll take another 3. A little icing on the cake coming into the half here.
I like it though. You know what? You had time on the clock. You had an opportunity to be able to put more points on the board.
Yeah.
You took 2 cracks, and that was a pass play, too, that just got covered up. So,
So Strong for the field goal here. Good snap, good hold, kicks up, and it's good. Grandma Strong, how about that grandson of yours? Puts a couple more points on the board with 9.3 seconds to go in this first half. Hudson up 23-7. I'll tell you, that was great. If they would have kicked it, we would have drove down and got 3 points. I would have been like, oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yep.
Right? We'll take it.
Quick score update. New Richmond 14, Menominee 0. So New Richmond got on the board again. Looks like that's almost at the half. So we'll get some other scores when I step out of the booth. I'll try to get River Falls and some other ones.
Perfect. Appreciate that.
Watching this stream, look at Ken. They got guys down on the field with a camera. It's
I
kind
know.
of fancy
They're really amped up over there. Yep. We're not quite there yet. I'll have to talk to Justin, see what he's doing there.
We'll get there.
Baby steps, baby. We're doing halftime highlights now. It's one step at a time.
Yep.
One step at a time. Yeah, have some dude down there in a golf cart next year, I bet. Dude, put the tripod on top of the golf cart. Little short kick to the 30. Woo!
Gobbled up by Dalton, I think that was.
Nice takedown.
Oh, I'm sorry, number 8 made that tackle. Robert Henning.
There you you go. That would be kind of cool to have, like they have at the Packer games, where they've got that. I don't know what it's on, but it's on something pretty sturdy.
Yeah,
it's not a golf cart.
Well, they've got that wire now that has the camera that's up above, and if you go to games, you can kind of see it. It's weird,
right?
And then occasionally it'll get hung up, and so they got to stop the game. It's kind of a mess.
Kind of a pain.
Yeah.
Well, that could be it. Maybe we get we gotta talk to the River Channel. We get one of those wired things in here.
There you go. Get a drone.
Yeah.
Buzz a drone around.
Yeah, I know. There's some legal stuff like flying over people that people get squirrely about. All right, so Hudtown, nice rally, 23-7. It's homecoming tonight. We can take a quick breather. We got some special guests coming up. We'll be back in 2.
And I have been a member at Royal Credit Union since 2000. My parents signed up through Royal in 1995, and that's who started my account. And then as I was growing up and going through the different accounts through Royal, I just had such great service. The team members have always been really helpful and respectful. I feel confident in where I'm getting my service and being able to go there and ask them a question and know that they're going to give me the answer that's going to be best for myself and not necessarily for them as a whole.
All right, as promised, I got some creatures in the booth with me today. Tell me your names and what you're wearing.
My name's Sam. I guess.
Sam, what's your last name? We got
Martins. Sam Martins.
Posterity.
I got this little dress thing from Goodwill for $5 maybe.
Yep.
It's treating me well. It's just a little hot, but other than that, we're doing okay.
You guys look good. It's white out night if you're not at the game tonight. So you guys are all in white. And how about you, Blaze?
Oh, yeah. Cannon Blazer here, and I got the classic wife beater, and then
I don't know if we can see that on the ear, but
also.
It's a tank top and a tutu. Yeah, looking good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this week we had homecoming week. You guys as creatures kind of, I don't know, I feel like you guys are leading the show a fair amount, right? Where you're like, hey, setting the tone for things. Tell me about your favorite, like, homecoming whatever.
We got to do this little spirit bus thing where we trekked around to all the elementary schools.
Nice.
And we got to meet all the younger Raiders.
Nice.
And try to instill a little Raider spirit in them, prepare them for high school.
Nice.
It was really fun to, I don't know, see them already excited to be in high school, looking up to us, stuff like that.
You guys are basically the studs coming in, and everybody's like, wow, these guys are like the coolest ever, right? I mean, seniors coming into elementary school, you basically are like living the dream for the kids.
I mean,
we're trying.
Yeah, trying.
Yeah,
our best.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. How about you, Gannon?
I mean, the
Highlight of the
dress-up
week.
days are always fun.
Nice.
Gotta have a little fun in the homecoming
And
week.
give me a 1 or 2 dress-up days and what you guys dressed up at. And let's keep it PG. Remember, the kids are listening. Can you keep it PG, or was it just way over the line?
No, I went with the soccer mom day.
Soccer mom, okay. We had some Raider gals earlier that went with soccer mom and dad barbecue day or something.
Yeah, that one was fun.
Yeah, they really enjoyed. So did you dress up as barbecue dad or soccer mom?
The soccer mom one.
Well, why wouldn't you? I like that. Hey, man,
You gotta mix it up a little.
it's a whole new era out there. Everything's a green light.
yeah.
How about you, Martins?
We did one called Iconic Duo, where you dress up
Okay.
as like a duo that you.
I got what
deemed
you're
as
doing.
Iconic.
Yep.
I did Mr. Blazer and his like, girlfriend kind of just in the process.
Oh,
Mrs. Robson.
Are we breaking news here?
It's
oh boy, this is going. Thousands of people are tuning in right now. I'm not. Let's not
That was
break
my
news.
favorite one. That
Let's
was my
not break
favorite one.
break news about poor Gannon here.
Yeah.
I love it. And then tonight, I should say, do you guys have a dance coming up? Is that part of the weekend or the week here?
Yeah, tomorrow.
And that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
And are we amped up about it? Or are we thinking it's going to be so-so, or is it going to be sweet, or
Well,
what's the story?
I think we'll kind of see how it goes.
Yeah.
I guess if it's
See
cool,
how
it's cool. Hopefully, it's fun.
So I'm gonna tell you guys, I ran the dance 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was off the rails.
All right.
Off
There we go.
the rails.
We'll
I'm not running it anymore.
We'll take your word for it.
I don't know what happened. I know well, there's video floating around out there. You can imagine.
We'll do some digging.
Little Kenny C is my DJ name, and
Okay.
it was fun. It was a great time. I'll tell you, it's fun to get back to the high school and see everybody like having a great time, and just it's good, clean fun.
Yeah, that's
you know?
great. Great.
I'm sure you guys will blow it up. It's tomorrow night.
Yep.
Yeah.
And do you have
tomorrow night.
dates to this? Do you dress up in tuxedos? What are we wearing?
Yeah, I'm gonna wear a suit, I guess. Just
Okay, good.
Same old, same old.
I'm thinking pink tie, probably.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So in high school, I used to sport
What's
the
up with
pink
the
high
pink?
tops.
What's up with the pink?
Hey, pink's great, man. What are you talking about, Gannon?
My girlfriend told me to wear pink.
Perfect,
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
And do you go dress shoes or like Converse? What do you
I
roll?
like the sneakers.
Me too.
Little style on
Me
the
too.
bottom.
Yep. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Got to feel it. And do
Yeah.
you have a date? Are you going to this thing?
Yep, we'll all be there.
Who's going?
We'll all be there.
We'll all be there. Okay. And
Yeah.
what are you going to be wearing, Gannon?
Same thing as Sam here.
Suit and tie?
Sneakers,
Sneakers?
tie.
Nice. Very nice. And Martins, are you in a sport?
I mean, like, I play golf, so.
You're a golfer.
So and so.
Does he really
Sports
play
is sport.
golf?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I play golf.
He gave me the like, I play golf.
It depends on who
Didn't
you
sound
ask.
like you really play
it
golf.
depends on who you ask. Like, do you think
Okay.
it's a sport? Is it?
Oh, is golf a sport? Yeah. It
Depends
is
on
a
who
sport.
you ask. Yeah.
It 100% is
Gotta
a sport.
respect it.
I appreciate
That's right.
it.
Blazer, I know you're a hockey player. You doing anything else besides hockey?
Nope.
Nothing. Okay.
I'm thinking about lacrosse maybe, but
Nice. You should. Lacrosse is a great
That's
sport.
what
and
I'm
hockey,
telling him.
hockey players pick it up
Should
just
go
like
out
that.
again.
My
Yeah.
kid did that.
thinking about it.
You'll love it. Well, guys, thank you for joining me in the booth. I appreciate you making
Thank
your
you,
way up
Ken.
here for a hot second and joining me. We'll be right back at it in 2. Thanks again for tuning in
One of
tonight.
my favorites in town. Yep, it's the Willow River and Carboni's located in Burkhart, Wisconsin. A great place to hang out with your friends pre or post game. Fantastic pizza, beauty burgers, and roasted chicken you'll rave about for weeks. Chris and his crew are here for you. Stop on by and say hi. It's that Willow River and Carboni's just north of town.
When you're buying insurance, finding protection closer to home is always better. After all, who is likely to care more about you? Someone at the end of a 1-800 number or your local professional insurance agent? If you need a quote or just have a question, please just drop in and see us or give us a call. SF Insurance Group is your local community insurance agency. Visit our many locations at St. Croix Falls, Osceola, Somerset, New Richmond, Hudson, Stillwater, Chisago City, and Forest Lake. Visit us online at sfinsurancegroup.com.
McCarty Construction, the top builder of decks and outdoor living spaces in western Wisconsin. McCarty also offers commercial and residential roofing with free roof inspections and quotes. And don't forget, McCarty has a lifetime guarantee on all workmanship. It's McCarty Construction. You can reach them at McCartyRoofing.com.
At Smiles in Motion, our board-certified pediatric dentists and team make it fun to go to the dentist. We realize it's a privilege to care for your child. We address dental care and education in a professional and gentle manner to ease our young patients. We are prepared to care for a child's specific oral health needs throughout all ages, beginning at age 1. From infants to teenagers, patients always look forward to their next trip to the dentist. Smiles in Motion, where lasting smiles begin.
Hi, Billy Weber here, owner of Fit Real Estate Group, brokered by EXP. Today, the Hudson Raiders are going to illustrate for you the importance of planning.
So many of you have fought for every inch to get to where you are today. You deserve for your next chapter to be a victory. So please don't be stubborn like so many others that I've seen that hold on just too long. Knowing when to pass the ball off can make the difference of winning or losing. Now is your time to celebrate your life's hard work.
My team is here to help you. Whether you're looking to buy or sell today, it doesn't make a difference. So let's start writing your playbook today. Give us a call at 833-33-FIT-RE.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Jonesy's Local Bar and Grill,
close to the rink for all your pre- and post-game fun. Jonesy's features some great apps, the pretzel, onion rings, and don't forget, great wings, both bone-in and boneless. Boneless available in white and dark meat. And then my favorite, on Saturday and Sunday, it's the prime rib. Wow! Jonesy's also caters and hosts meat raffles to benefit local nonprofits. Thanks for being part of the team.
Azim loves his work teaching emergency medicine, and he loves his family even more. For Azim and his family, home is where fun becomes feelings and love is shared. The home loan experts at Midwest One Bank helped Azim and Faiza buy their home with a mortgage and local service. Azim values paying directly to a lender he knows and trusts. For a variety of home loan options, choose Simply Better Banking from Midwest One Bank. Equal housing lender.
Discover Spanish, Cuban, and Latin-influenced cuisine at Pedro's del Este. Explore our menu of tapas-style small plates and artfully crafted cocktails. Consider our newly expanded event space for all your private party needs. Spice up your brunch, dinner, or craft cocktail hour at Pedro's del Este.
We're just going to wing it. Hey, it's Ken Conan with Raiders Streaming. I've got the O-line with me today. I was told if I showed up to interview the O-line that I needed to prepare them with donuts. So I expect everybody to grab a donut. Let's start eating donuts, folks. This is the O-line. It wouldn't be an O-line without a donut at least in the hand during the interview. We're going to start off with a real softball question. Give me your name, number, and if you want to tell us what you're pushing in on the scale, that's fine too.
My name's Vaughn DeMuth. My number is 74, and I'm pushing 260. Also 6'5". And if you have any single sisters.
I feel tiny in this interview all of a sudden.
Trevor Powell's number 62, coming in at 240.
Very nice.
Jacob Arnovic, 58, and I'm 215.
Nice.
Ethan Jensen, number 79, and I'm 235.
Bingo. And then Betts, you're a repeat performer here.
Yep. Mike Betts, number 73, and I weigh 275 pounds. 6'3".
6'3". 6 foot Conan here is just feeling tinier by the minute right now. Thank you guys for joining me so far. Any pancakes that we want to report on the season that any of us have presented during the game so far?
Oh, every game, obviously, at least 4, I think, is like the average. Vaughn, yeah, Arnie, I'd probably say.
Now, is that 4 by you?
No, each of us.
By the line.
Yeah.
All right, DeMuth, you got 1 or 2 in there too?
Yeah, they don't make it very difficult, and I usually block linebackers. They're pretty small, so I just lay on top of them. It's pretty simple.
Awesome. Coming into the season, any memories from growing up playing ball in Hudson that you'd say, wow, that was a dynamite? I know I've hit you with this one already, so I'll hit you again if you want.
I think one of my favorite memories is definitely the championship Saturdays in booster football. It's just everybody's there playing. It's just a great time.
Love it. And that's youth football boosters? Yep, love it.
I'd have to say my favorite memory is 7th grade. The blue team went undefeated and only let up 1 touchdown the whole year.
Go blue.
Oh, trying to blank.
We'll come back.
Probably favorite memory has got to be that 7th grade blue team. We were just powerhouse.
A lot of guys on the blue team at 7th grade. I love it.
Does it have to be from the past?
It can be from right now, I guess.
I loved beating Menominee this year. that made me feel really good.
Did it? Good.
Yeah, I was ready for that.
Then beating River Falls was really nice as well.
So Coach was out today. He had an eye deal. He said I could interview anybody. I picked the O-line to interview today. Who wants to be our guest speaker to talk about the upcoming game? Betts? Okay, great. So I'm going to hit you with the normal Coach's Corner questions. Give me a recap on last week's game on the road.
Last week's game, it was short and simple, right? It was just a business trip. We were there, we were in, and we were out. We took care of business. We got the running time going, and we were out of there.
You guys got on the gas and just tore off with that one. It was a great win on the road. We've got North coming in, the other Eau Claire team coming in. What are your thoughts on North? Give us a straight kind of scoop on those guys.
I think they're definitely a better team. I think that they are a better team that we've seen from them from the past couple of years, but I don't think they'll be an issue.
Perfect. And then how are the boys feeling? I know we've had a good week of practice. How are we looking?
We've had some tough injuries. We got a new player coming in on the O-line, filling in for Trevor, but I think we're feeling really good. We're coming off that hot win, and we're on a train.
Keep rolling.
Perfect. And then it is homecoming week. Any fun activities that you guys have participated in thus far this week?
Just probably the dress-up days at school. Those have been pretty fun.
Well, welcome back to the Derek Building Solutions booth. Ken Conan, Aaron Sundin, Jeff the Munter. Wildest cameraman in the game, folks. Thank you for joining us tonight, gentlemen. Hudson in front, 23-7 right now. Second half, getting ready to go. We'll put the O-line interview onto the final cut, so that'll be out there. Betts just kind of doing some coaches talk at the end of that deal. We'll also show we'll get some highlights for the half up just real quick as soon as we get a stoppage in the action here.
Hudson getting the ball here to start the second half. Real quick, some halftime scores from around the conference. River Falls ahead of Chippewa at the half, 14-7. New Richmond, we mentioned them before at the half, up on Menominee 14-0, and Memorial at the half up 14-9 against Superior.
Wow.
Try to keep an eye on, especially that New Richmond score. We'll probably pop that stream back up and keep an eye on that game.
Fakes the handoff. Option. Near side. Nice play.
Lots of room.
Wow.
And a good block on
there
that
we
edge.
Go. Nice run. First down and more. Picked up about 16 on that carry.
Lyndon Coleman out on that edge. That actually was probably, from my angle, looked like a forward pass. It was an option, but Jamison that time got out a little bit in front of the quarterback. Nice pitch by Ryland Schultz to get that in his hands. Jamison again, showing the speed.
Yep. Far side, does a little spin. Miss on that tackle. Picks up about 8 yards on the carry. Special shout out to Aaron Moen, helping me get some food during the half. It was a madhouse down there, as you can imagine, and Aaron taking care of business. Appreciate it. Little handoff up the middle. Woo! Finds the seam and more.
Justin Roby, so three different run plays, 3 different runners.
Roby. Coach is ready to just, let's go. Guys on the chain gang need to put
keep
a
her
little
moving.
tap in the step
that's
over
Dave
there.
Morey over there. I can see him moving.
Morey, let's go, bro. Handoff, picks up about 2 on that one.
Real quick, halftime stats for Hudson. Ryland Schultz, 6 of 10, 93 yards. Tyler Lassard, 2 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown. Aiden Jamison, 1 for 11. Ross Yeager, 2 for 10. Justin Roby, 1 for 5.
Dropping back to pass. They get through, rolls out to his right. Little stutter step.
Yeah,
Yep.
nice job by
Picks up 4 or 5 by
that
Schultz.
time getting up there. Schultz leading the rushing attack as well. He had 11 rushes, 35 yards. Also had a touchdown on the ground. Aiden Jamison, 3 rushes, 19 yards, and a touchdown. Justin Roby, 7 for 15. Ross Yeager, 2 for 11. Defensively, Sam Dickman led the way. 2 assists, 5 tackles. Spencer Bonashinsky, 1 assist, 6 and 5 tackles. So there's your halftime stats highlight for the
There we go.
Hudson Raiders.
Quarterback keeper up the middle. First down, Hudtown. I like this. My kid sent in, Will sent in a quick note. Idea for the stream. See, that's how we think. He's always like, hey, let's get this thing a little bit better.
Get out there and block. Get out there.
Hand off. Right, Yeager. Nice hustle by him. Picked up a couple on that. Didn't look like there's anything.
No, and again, that lead blocker's got to get out and find a body. Got to block somebody. Just lead that charge. Give that back some lanes to run.
So Will's idea is to put a like where you could pop a text onto the stream, which is a great idea until you have somebody that pops something up there that you really don't want.
Yeah, I said River Falls does that. If you watch, they've got kind of a running thing where people put comments in, and
it's all good until it's not good. There actually is a way to moderate it.
Yeah,
but you have to have somebody that's doing that. You know, where they're
you'd have to see that.
Love the idea. Yep, I like the idea until you get a fan from a town not to be named that comes over a little hot and is like, hey, here's the deal. All right, let's ready for some highlights real quick?
Sure.
Looks like we got a timeout being called here. So we'll just rip through these real
roll
quick.
Them up.
Roll
we'll call them out as it is here. Yep, first touchdown for Hudson. Pass across the middle. That's Aiden Jamison just running that quick slant there. Nice play. Here's a keeper by Ryland Schultz. Takes that one to the house. We've seen that happen a lot this year. That was a little draw. We talked about just the timing of that. Last touchdown here. This one's going to be up in the middle, across the middle to Mr. Lessard. Hudson gets the block punt that time. Able to put points on the board to end the half. Tried to put it in the end zone, a couple pass plays, but ultimately settled for 3. So good job, especially with the slow start. I thought they were a little sloppy. Penalties or some things that, again, these are games you can maybe get away with that, but you want to sharpen it up, certainly, and I think you'll see this starting offense and defense here in the third quarter to try to get some rhythm.
Schultz will roll out to his right, looking upfield, has time. There was a jump ball there, and 3 defenders, 1 receiver, 2 receivers in the area.
Yeah, they flooded that right side, and it was pretty well covered, and I'm not sure what the penalty was. We actually had a couple, so my thought is maybe one of those guys on the left side of the line might have tried to seal that as Ryland was rolling out, but not sure what the second one was. Maybe they both called the same flag. Well, there you go. That makes sense.
Kip. Decline ineligible. Fourth down coming up. Ball
yeah,
at the
so 26. When a play strings out like that, those linemen, they have to stay in a certain area, a certain zone, and once they start to release and go downfield, you're going to have that called. Hudson's going to go for it here.
Yeah, why not? Kind of a tweener right now. A little bit long for a field goal maybe, but
their number 3 is actually doing a pretty good job on Lessard. He's a bigger kid as I'm looking at him here. That's Maddox Gertz.
Nice
play.
Nice play.
Yeager, I think, nope, I'm sorry, my bad. That's Coleman with the catch. Nice job by him.
Caught inside the 15 at the 14 for a first down, Hudtown. Let's go, boys.
So I mentioned Gertz, number 3, is 6'1", 185. So that's probably the biggest defender corner we've seen matched up on Tyler Lessard this year.
Keeper. Nope. Little option out. Roby drags the guy with him.
Good play. Again, he had the option on that to do a belly. I think that was Jamison. He got gobbled up right away, made the pitch to Roby, picked up some positive yards.
Second down, 7 to go here. Check that, 8 to go. Schultz, pitch in front of him.
Get out. There you go.
Gotta see him there. Yeager inside the 5. Just shy of the first down by about a yard. Bring up a third and short. Yeager, good hard run in there.
Yeah, hard run, good finish.
Again, 3rd and 1 here. Handoff coming around our way.
With the Jets, there he goes.
Gets around, nice move at the end there. Just kind of little stutter step, slows things down, jumps to the inside, and it's a touchdown, Hudtown. Let's go, boys. Get
good
the
drive.
replay.
Yep, good drive to start the second half for the Raiders. Again, that's you're just giving it to one of your quick backs, giving him the opportunity out in space, turns on the Jets, and gets into the end zone. Ooh, tough one again. Tough snap.
Oh, boy.
Jack Strong gobbles up the blocker. Yeah, they're just having a tough time on some of those snaps. It's sometimes they're hard to handle. Sometimes they're high.
All right, I know you got a lot of stuff ready for tonight. What do you want to start with, my friend?
Let's roll through some of it's homecoming, so
it's a big night.
We had a big halftime show. You had the Raiders, the cheer squad. You had the
Creatures
the
in
band.
the booth.
But there's lots of other activities going on at Hudson High School, which certainly includes other sports. We're going to start with girls golf. They've had a fantastic year. They've won the Big Rivers Conference for the first time since 2009.
Wow.
They just went out and won the Division I Regional over in Eau Claire.
Wow.
So as a team, now next up for them, they will be playing Tuesday in the sectional meet over at Wild Ridge Golf Course in Eau Claire. So good luck to them, and congratulations on a very solid season.
Nice work, girls. That's girls golf?
Girls golf, yep. So girls volleyball. Currently sitting at 1-3 in the conference, but they've been very competitive against teams in the conference that are some of the higher ranked or better teams in the state in Division I. They're going to look to bounce back over the next couple weeks as they've got.
Wow. You let that one fly
up.
past him, died at the 5. Lucky to get it out to the 13 there. Woo!
Just mishandled or something, huh?
Yeah, he just thought it was going to go into the end zone. It literally died at the 5. Sorry.
Cross country, Raider cross country team off to a tremendous start this season. They've won their first meets, rising to the number 2 ranking in the state in Division I for cross country boys. If you look at the Big Rivers Conference website, you'll find 3 of the Raiders on the boys' side at the top with the best times posted, and the rest of the teams not far behind. Same thing, girls teams doing very well. Not sure as far as what their ranking in the conferences. That'll all come down. I think they have a conference meet at the end, and I fully expect both Hudson cross-country teams to do very well at that and probably have some state qualifiers as well. So,
Kraken, little handoff up the middle. Got to be Olsen, nowhere to go.
And then last but not least, you got the soccer team. Hudson Boys Soccer competes in the fall. They've improved to 5-0-1, 9-1-1 overall, and they're seeking their third straight Big Rivers title. Next week they're going to compete in the conference tournament, and then they'll be rolling into regionals. Again, another good season for them. So we talk about this every fall, and of course we're at the football games, but you pick up the local paper, you talk to parents that have kids on these other teams. They do extremely well.
Love the summary of sports going on right now. Something happening in this town. Pass behind his back.
How's the Snickers?
Pretty good, thanks. You know how I get if I don't have something to eat.
I just wanted to fill time so you could chow down your Snickers. So
I got one bite left.
I know I believe you've got somebody coming into the booth at the end of the third quarter. We'll get to trivia here yet this quarter, too. So let's kind of watch this series. We got 7:48 left. I'm keeping an eye on some scores here, too, for everybody. So we'll try to keep updates coming as they are provided.
Third and about 7. Cracking shotgun. Little pressure. A lot of pressure. Come on now! Come on now! Sack attack! Oh, did he get the ball?
Nope, ball on the ground.
Mustachio trying to put it in the end zone.
So he just bull rushed that left tackle. Got to the quarterback, took a big swat at the ball. Certainly disrupted it, and then a bunch of Raiders came and cleaned it up.
Is that number 4?
That's number 4 that I got.
All right.
According to my
Agave Kitchen with another $100 for another sack for the Raiders. Going to your Rhinos Foundation. Thank you, Agave. Like that. Going up to a maximum of 5 on those $100 sacks tonight. 4 right now. Woo! That was a low snap in. A little flag in there?
Yep, it might have been movement. Which
oh, my goodness. That'll back him up further. They call a safety. He just called a safety. What? Talk to me, Goose.
I didn't catch the tail end of that play, but...
Oh, my gosh.
I'm pretty sure that I suppose we can't have a replay.
We might be able to.
Well, LeBlanc was there, and it looked to me like...
Let me see what
there wasn't much pressure. Now, again, he could have been held, but I didn't see a flag. See if we can get back and take a look at that, just the tail end of that play. Here we go.
Hold on. So, let's see if we can... So he caught it while it was touching.
Did his knee go down?
His knee went down. Yeah,
okay,
his knee
that's
went
what
down.
it was. That makes more sense because there really was no Raider there.
No.
And
got it. So he caught it. It was touching. His knee went
his
down.
Knee. Yep. So
got it.
Again, it's there. You go. That's. I mean, we talked about their struggles with snaps. So now we get to see a punt, and again, you got Mr. Yeager back deep for that. So Hudson's going to get decent field position here. This isn't one of those things you remember our trivia the other day where we talked about the free kick?
Yes.
Kind of the same scenario, although in this situation, they're going to kick it. So Hudson has to line up 10 yards from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this is just this is weird to look at right now. Kicking from the 20. Nice boot to the 25.
Got the wedge up the middle. There it is.
He's got
right
speed
there.
too. Wow, breaks through one. Dragging a guy over the 35-yard line and down at the 31. That's the double deuce.
So he had a wedge, and then the wedges, those guys that line up right in front of him, they're kind of the not the front line guys, they're the back line guys that kind of create that hole. But he shot through that like a bullet, blew through those guys, and obviously picked up a big return for the Raiders here, able to cash in maybe on some more points.
What great field position again for the Raiders.
Number 42, Peyton Pingle in the game for Hudson.
Pingle's dad came up and said hi pregame.
Cool.
Great guy. Ball at the 33. Flags a-flying. Holy train horn. There's some
like
truck with a train horn. I like that. That's a guy with a real truck.
Yeah. Probably got a CB cooking.
Oh, he's got a couple CB antennas, about probably a 30-footer off the back. So we'll back up on that penalty, and
Justin Roby, legs a chopping,
look
still
at him
moving.
going. Yep, still moving. Some big boys hanging on to the backside of him. Moves it to the 35, picks up a handful there. A 2nd and 12.
What do you think, Ken? You want to pop your trivia text line up, and we'll get to some trivia here before the end of the third quarter?
You start if you want to start with trivia, and then I'll pop it up between plays. Nice run by Roby right up the middle. Here comes the text the booth.
Carried the tackler that time, number 99. We've talked about him being active all night.
So our trivia is brought to you by Willow River Carbonis in Burkhart. Again, we have new trivia every week. We have a new winner every week. So if you've won in the past, please do not text the booth. We still love you, just trying to get fresh winners. Again, the winner of this week's Willow River will be a large one-topping pizza at Willow River Carbonis in Burkhart. Again, we'll pop the number up there once or twice here. All right. Go ahead there, my friend.
So we've talked a little bit tonight about North and their struggles over the years, and certainly glad to see them kind of making a rebound. And again, I really didn't expect tonight that Hudson was going to have any trouble, but they're a different team than we've seen in years past. I mean, they've literally come in and gotten blown out from the minute they walked into the field.
Yep.
Their losing streak at one point reached 51 games. They were able to break that in a non-conference game.
Nice pass.
Against one of the lacrosse teams. I think it was probably Logan. And then they picked up their first conference win this year against Eau Claire Memorial. And that was a streak that had been going in conference. They didn't have a win since 2014. So imagine 51 games from 2015. They won, I believe, in 2021. That was the Logan game. Maybe it was last year, but they broke that streak, and then they just broke the conference streak this year. Good job by them. But let's talk about teams that have had winning streaks. And one team in the state of Wisconsin holds the record at 70 straight wins.
Oh my
70 straight wins. And that team is another Division I team. They are located in the Fox Valley Conference, so on the east side of the state. What is that team that has the record for the most consecutive wins in the state of Wisconsin?
What was the number again? 70 plus?
7-0.
Oh, my goodness. So does that mean you literally went to state, won everything?
We'll talk about that, Ken. Wow. Once we get our answer, we'll talk some statistics there.
A little miscommunication on that one, I think. So that'll be a turnover on downs. All right, we got all sorts of stuff coming in here. Here's our first answer.
That is correct.
Craig Gillick, our winner. Jilly, nice job.
You want to give him the answer?
Kimberly is the answer. Nice play! A big old fourth down pick up there. Great pass down at the 1 or 2 yard line. Again, we've got our winner tonight, Craig Gillick with Kimberly. Nice job, Craig. You want to shoot me a quick address? I'll get you that pizza sent over this week. Go ahead and tell me all about that Kimberly team.
So, yes, the Kimberly High School football team, I think they're called the Papermakers. And again, they've been a
touchdown, Hudson, by the way.
Conference power. I didn't catch who scored that.
I think Schultz just rambled that one on in. Yep. Sorry.
So, 70 straight wins, in which during that time they scored 3,000 points, allowed 906 points for an average margin of victory 43-13.
Wow.
They entered that season that they lost as the 5-time defending state champion, including the last 4 in Division I. And again, to your point, it just they kept winning and repeating and winning and repeating. The game they lost was to Fond du Lac. They had a really tight game, I believe, with Fond du Lac the year before, and ultimately they ended up losing. But again, 70 wins for them, and they are, if not, I don't think they're number one in the state right now. I believe that is either Kimberly or Muskego. I know Mukwonago's up there as well, but they are a force to be reckoned with this year, and more than likely, well, I know it's likely they will be in the Hudson region for football playoffs. So Kimberly is the answer.
That's awesome. I can't imagine. That's just crazy. A ton of folks tuning in with some shout outs. We'll get to those as we can. Again, Willow River Carbones, thanks for hosting Raider Trivia tonight. And Aaron, thank you for coming up with that one. Always fun to get a fresh take on that trivia. All right. Well, I also got a note that North has another QB that may have come in, and we just missed it.
Okay.
Number 11, I believe, is what they said.
Should mention, too, for fall sports, we forgot to mention the girls' tennis team, and they are, again, near the top of the conference behind Memorial, but also kind of near that top with a couple other teams, Menominee, Eau Claire North. The standings on the year, Hudson at 4-3, and again, they'll be soon coming into their tournament as well. So keep an eye on all these fall teams and the results. I think the paper does a pretty good job of the Hudson Star Observer, which obviously covers multiple communities here. They do a pretty good job, Bob Burrows there, of keeping details of every sport and putting that out there for people. So look for that. Another good place to look if you want to see statistics and information on Big River Athletics. It's a website called brathletics.com, and that will give you current results, whether it's scores, whether it's stats. They'll have honor roll information. They'll also have information on all conference. So,
quick check-in from Trevor Powell's grandparents. Say, go Raiders, missing number 62. I would echo that. It was fun to have him in that O-line interview.
Quick score update in New Richmond. The Tigers are now ahead of the Mustangs 21-0. So starting to look a lot like a conference championship game is looming here in 2 weeks.
All right, here's the North update. North has 2 QBs. 11 is Shipman.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for that.
I see him out there right now.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. And Mauer checking in, saying hello.
Zach Shipman is a sophomore, so you can see he's out there, number 11 for the Huskies.
All right, so somebody dropped off some pumpkin bread and chocolate chips that my wife made for us. Oh, they must be in the main booth. I saw those out there. I'm like, who brought these? So that's from...
Can your sugar intake handle any more sugar? I saw they had donuts in there, too, and I almost took a glance. Are those Dunkin' Donuts?
No, they're from the bagel place. Jim Dickman, Papa, and Bren, thank you guys for the donuts. Sam Dickman is their grandson. So pumpkin bread.
One of those.
Well, I better go pick that up for some of those freaking goofballs in there get their hands on it. Like, don't touch my pumpkin bread now and my chocolate chips. I'm gonna go grab that right now. I don't care how much sugar I've had tonight. I'm gonna have some more. I'm gonna have some more. I'm gonna get some more sugar. Settle down, Conan. 2nd 6 here. Bit of a high snap. Keeper on this one.
Shipman that time, calling his number. Dalton with the tackle. Couple new bodies out there for the Raiders. Let's get those names to you. Matt Osigyan, sorry. Matt, I've hammered your name all year. I apologize. Matt's in the game. Robert Henning. See what else we got out there. Number 54, Evan Holden in the ball game. Also number 25, Nehemiah Dunbar.
Good news, I recovered the pumpkin bread without any those other guys' fingers on them, thank goodness.
These are Ken's. This is Ken's pumpkin bread.
You just never know. It's just in the main booth area. You just, these guys start getting their mitts on it, and all of a sudden it's all tainted. Can you slide that down next to your Pepsi so nobody gets a hold of it? Thank you. And then here's our cookies. They did get into this. Gosh.
I will have a cookie. Pass
Yep.
one of those down. I'll take one of those.
There's the bag for you, sir. Thank you, Dickman family, for providing some treats tonight. That pumpkin bread looks real nice. Like
David Brown into the game. ATE hobbling off a little bit, but we've seen that a lot this year. He's a tough kid. I don't think that's going to hold him back, but his night might be over.
He is one tough cookie. Shipman will go out to the left here. Ooh, makes his way around one, picks up the first down. Nice move by him on that far side. Studi section hazing themselves right now. Who's got the more spirit in their own student section? I love it. Seniors and freshmen giving it to the juniors right now. Sophomores, who knows where they're at. Yeah, we must have cooked too many hamburgers. They're talking about it.
Hats off, shout out to those parents, those freshman football parents that work that concession stand. I tell you, it's a grind. You don't get to watch the game. They do see our stream, but they can't hear what we're doing. Yep.
Oh, really?
Got a TV in there.
I didn't know that.
Jason Anderson was in there tonight. I think he must be either in charge or he's always back there.
Yeah. Is he flipping burgers or what was he in charge?
I called him the Wiener King. So he's the Wiener King. If you want a hot dog, go talk to Jason.
They doing brats this year or just dogs?
I saw dogs and burgers. I didn't see brats, but
should think about that. There's a place in town called RJ's that doesn't mean brat. Never heard of them?
I think they do get at least their hot dogs I know were coming from RJ's before, so whether they are doing brats, I can't tell you.
Oh, got to the quarterback. Got the throw off, though. Great.
Nice pass by Shipman, though,
was.
under
It
pressure.
really was. Picked up a first down, too.
Took a lick there at the end, but got that ball out. Nice throw and nice catch.
I think this is the first time I've ever seen this duty section basically hazing each other about who's got more spirit right now, and I'm really enjoying it.
It doesn't take much to entertain you, does it?
No, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. Yeah, they're hazing each other with the "we can't hear you now." I love it. I don't think that North has a student section here, but I guess that's what happens when you don't have a student section to haze. Not haze, but have fun with. You just get on your own
Go at
student
each other,
section.
yeah. It's all in good fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you should have seen the creatures up here. They had some tutus on that came up to the booth.
They were looking pretty sharp.
Looking pretty fly. Wow.
Good flow that time by the Raider defense. Could see the gang of tacklers there. It looked like Dunbar able to make the tackle.
All right, so we've got a quick, let's see here.
Here's your quarter, Ken.
It's the quarter. Hey, look at these guys. Talk about being right on time. My goodness, I love it. Well, you guys share these headsets with these fine young folks. We'll take you guys off mute here. These are live mics. How's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, I'm good.
We got royalty in the booth. Holy cow.
Thank you.
This is awesome. My name's Ken Cohn, and welcome to the booth.
Nice to meet you.
Take your microphone and put it toward your, up. There you go. Perfect. Introduce yourselves.
Nice to meet you. My name's Sam McCarthy.
And I'm Gabby Cecina. We're the drum majors of the Hudson High School Marching Band.
Nice. And you guys have an event coming up in the near future.
We do, October 7th.
Rap to me about that. What do you got going on?
So we have our event called Rhythm by the River, which is a marching band show. So here at the Raider Stadium, we're going to be hosting 11 bands, including a college band, UW Lacrosse.
Wow.
So these are marching bands. And
this is the fourth year we're going to be holding this event. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like Gabby said, we're going to have 11 bands. This is the most we've ever had. And this is going to be the best show we've ever put on.
And so fans are welcome to come out.
Absolutely.
Just pack the stands out here. Do you guys do any concessions, any fun stuff like that too?
All the concession stands will be open. And then we'll also, but it will be $10 per guest.
That's nothing to see 11 bands?
Exactly. It's an all-night festival.
I'd pay $100 to see 11 bands. Are you kidding me? That's basically free.
And doors are going to open at 5, and the show is going to start at 6 p.m.
Okay. So doors open at 5. Get your seat. 6 p.m. we go live.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Perfect. And is there a certain order that things happen, or do we just kind of keep that tight to the vest and don't tell people Who's first? Who's second? All that stuff.
They'll have to show up and find out.
Show up and find out. I like that. I
Our
love
bands
it.
are going to be competing in different classes, and so that'll be based on the size of the band as well.
Okay.
But definitely stay till the end because that's when UW Lacrosse Band, the UW
Super
Lacrosse
cool.
Marching Band plays.
We're having the Screaming Eagle Marching Band come in. They're going to be a lot of fun to watch.
For sure.
Nice, nice. Have you guys seen them before, I take it?
We have not, no.
We have not. This will be the first time, so we're very excited.
Nice. Now, do you guys do the same show that you've been putting on during their halftime, or do you do something different, or is that on the QT? We can't talk about it.
It'll be the same show.
Okay.
But hopefully the best one yet.
Perfect.
We're
I love
hoping to
it.
have an amazing performance. It's
I
gonna be
love
great.
it. I love it. Awesome. What else do we need to know about the evening? I feel like we're pretty prepared.
I think so.
I think so,
October 7th.
Love it.
6 o'clock is the first band going on.
Love it. And are you both seniors?
Yep.
Correct.
Awesome. Awesome. Give me each of you. We'll wrap with this highlight of the week so far.
Ooh, highlight of the week. Mine was definitely the barbecue dad versus soccer mom dress up day.
I've got that from a couple already.
I had so much fun. I had a
for
travel
sure.
pillow in my shirt, and I had the tongs too. It was great.
So you're the barbecue dad.
I was the barbecue dad.
Represent.
Oh yeah.
Represent. I love it. How about you?
I'd probably have to go with just all the homecoming festivities today, like the Pep Fest, the football game.
Super fun.
The Pep
It's
Fest
been a
was a
blast,
ton of fun today.
for sure.
Absolutely,
Super fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, enjoy your senior year. Thank you both for joining me in the
Thank
booth.
you.
All right.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Best of luck on the 7th.
Thank you.
Thank
See ya.
you.
All righty. Again, that marching band got a big event coming up on the 7th. Tune in. It's going to be great. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you coming up. Thanks again. Fun to have the students coming up talking about what they've got cooking, coming in the near future. And, I feel blessed that we've got a fun platform that they want to come on and talk about and, kind of share with the community. So thank you guys again for joining me in the booth and telling us about what's coming up. That's pretty exciting stuff.
That's going to be a good event. So
Yeah.
get out there and see it.
Yeah.
You
$10
got a great
too. I mean,
marching
gosh.
band with the Hudson Raider band, but you've got how many others did they say? 10?
I think there was
10 or 11.
10 or 11
plus
total.
UW Lacrosse.
Yeah.
So that will be very cool.
Be a fun deal.
Real quick, score update. I've got River Falls beating Chippewa, and that is in the fourth quarter, 28-21. So
wow, okay, kind of a tighter
we'll
game.
Get one more look at that New Richmond score before we go off the air tonight and just see. But right now they look to be in command and in control at New Richmond.
So the Huskies, as I was in the middle of a little convo with our marching band, looks like they are on the doorstep here trying to make some hay. Shipman. Oh,
Battles.
tries to spin
They got
out.
real close there.
Just about got it as he did that spin move, but just not quite.
Made a good decision that time on that keep. That was an option play, and he turned it upfield, was able to pick up an additional couple yards. So knocking on the doorstep here at the 1.
Again, thanks for the marching band for coming up. Appreciate that. All right, I feel like we've got through a couple things. I did ping, somebody pinged me about girls tennis, and I just asked them just for a little bit of feedback on that shout out for them. So we'll see if I've got that yet.
Movement on the line there. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Oh, man, one of my favorite bleacher creatures, Aaron Sparling, tuning in from Madtown. Happy homecoming. Right back at you, my man. Great. This guy, he was in the Powder Puff game. He was one of the coaches.
Yeah.
Gold chain on.
How did that go this week, by the way?
Baby blue. I picked the seniors by a ton. It was a ton.
Was it?
It was a turnover and another turnover by the juniors, and then they just couldn't recover. And Sparling called the great, he was one of the coaches, he had a great game plan put together for the seniors.
Yep.
Just a well-called game. What you'd expect from the seniors. Shipman, just behind his receiver there. And all right, what else we got here? Somebody's asking if there's a full moon here. I don't know. I don't know.
Must be behind us.
I don't think so.
So far, the crowd's been tame, so I haven't seen anything out there. But
it says looks great in Central Iowa. Oh, well, I'll be in Central Iowa tomorrow, so I guess I'll check it out there.
Are you? You're going to Iowa tomorrow?
Yeah, we got a little. We're going to see some family.
Okay.
And there was a.
And take some pictures of corn while you're on your way.
I will. My wife's uncle passed away a couple weeks ago, so we're going for a celebration of his
Family
life.
thing?
And
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, what a great life that,
I
young man lived.
I think I
Great
remember
guy.
you telling me that. You're doing a slideshow or some sort of a video.
I put together a nice memorial for him, and I found myself tearing up more than once as I watched it back. He is just was an outstanding guy, great guy.
So I appreciate whoever texted in from North and let us know about the quarterback shipment.
Yeah,
He's doing
thank
a
you.
nice job. He's only a sophomore, and I mentioned this, looking at their roster. There's a lot of youth here, so something to build on for the North Huskies as they, again, continue to try to get this program on track and making good steps in that direction right now.
Help me with that name on that text.
Oh, boy.
It's a mouthful. I don't even know where to
It's either
start.
by Stricky or by Bistricky.
The Stricky
Sorry,
family
folks.
watching
We
an
need
awesome
phonetics when we're up here sometimes.
Raiders winning this game. Yeah, definitely on that name. We tried. We gave it a shot. New Richmond 28, Menominee 0.
Yep, I got that
sense you
score
got
here
that one.
too. Yep.
Somebody over there says we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
They're ready.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, it'll be a good battle. And again, we
I
heard
like
it
it.
in the booth and talking to some people over there. You're going to want to buy tickets for that ahead of time, folks, because they're just like Hudson. They're starting to gain some momentum, and people are wanting to go to the game. So be there or listen to us. If you want to listen to us, that's okay too.
Here's the beauty. Despite North playing better than expected and the referees calling a ton of penalties, Raiders still up 23-7 at the time. Expecting the second half to look better. Go Raiders. Shout out class of 79.
All right.
Let's go. 79.
All right, 4th down here, Ken. Raider defense bending, not breaking so far on this drive. Quarter keeper.
Keeper, get him.
Oh, he chugged his legs.
I don't
He
know.
gave it to him.
They gave it to him.
Shipman worked hard on that drive, able to get in for the touchdown.
Matt Maurer hitting us up. Go Raiders. It's a Hesselsoloris that holds the camera. Maurer, sometimes I don't know what language you're talking, my man. Love you.
Sounds like a dinosaur.
Yeah, something like that. Len Robson tuning in out there. Good prediction in the booth. Sundin, Robson streaming. Go Raiders. Ho code 2023. Let's go, homecoming.
Thanks, Robsons.
Loving it.
New Richmond just scored again, 35-0. Oh.
Wow.
ATE came plowing over. No, I'm sorry. That was him. He's back in again. Now holding his arm, but I'm sure they'll put a little Bacitracin or Band-Aid on it. He'll be back out there.
He'll be good. Shelby Gatton Betts tuning in from Prairie Farm with the youngest Hudson Raider fan. Malia was born during last week's game. Go Raiders.
Oh.
I was half thinking they'd name him after us, but I guess Malia's close enough.
That's a better name, yep.
Yeah, way better than Ken or Aaron or Jeff. Hey, no offense. Ryland Schultz's grandparents sending a big cheer from Nebraska. Let's go Raiders. All right, we're trying to get our shout-outs in here, folks. What is flying all
I think
over
they're
out there?
breaking some pom-poms or something.
Oh, yeah, they're throwing it in the air. Oh, God, studio section's just going crazy. Yep, so they are shredding the pom-poms. Pom-poms are being taken by the wind and flying all over the place right now. Somebody is not happy. Those pom-poms weren't supposed to be shredded like that.
Yeah, quick score. I was mistaken. So Menominee went down, scored a touchdown on the ensuing kickoff. New Richmond returned it for a touchdown. So now it's 35-7.
Wow.
That game is well in hand, and the Tigers will play these North Huskies next week, and then, of course, the Hudson Raiders coming up in 2 weeks. Coleman back there to receive this kick. Oh, I'm sorry. That is, again, Mr. Yeager. I thought I saw a 2-1, but it's a 2-2, the double deuce with that.
Well, 7:42 left in the Ho evening tonight, and as we near the end of things here, certainly went the direction that Hudson was hoping. Had a little bit of a rocky start there with some penalties and Got off to a little sluggish start, but righted the ship here. And so next week, what do we got? Superior on tap?
Superior at home, yep.
Coming into the castle.
Ryland Schultz still in at quarterback.
Yep.
Gets Pingle the
nice
ball
job,
that time.
Pingle on the edge.
By Justin Roby on the block.
That Pingle, he's a sophomore.
Yeah.
Which is fun to talk about. A sophomore playing at this level. That's awesome. Again, thanks to his dad for saying hi pregame. It's always fun to hear from the family of these players.
William Pruzek in the game right now. And here comes the Bear, Steele Homey, number 12.
Go. The
Ryland
Bear.
Schultz's night is done. Good game by Ryland tonight.
Yeah. The Bear. Where'd you get that nickname from his
Jason
dad?
Anderson is his uncle. So.
Oh, boy.
The Wiener King told me call him the Bear. Nice run by Pruzek that time.
Yeah. I can feel a T-shirt coming for Mr. Anderson. I got some ideas.
Live from the 52-yard line.
Yep. It's the Wiener King. Wow,
now they're starting to.
The pom poms.
I'm waiting for athletic director Moen to come down and.
Yep, the pom pom fiasco has gone from fun to crazy fun. It's
starting to get out on the field too.
Oh yeah, it's just everywhere right now.
Pingle again. Good.
Pingle
good
cuts
vision.
this one up.
Good.
Nice work. Oh, I don't know if somebody just tripped or he caught a toe there,
I think
but
he got a little push, but his momentum kind of carried him forward, picked up a few more yards. But hard running by Pingle here in this fourth quarter.
So the goofy thing to talk about is there's some weather coming our way, and hopefully we'll
Jonathan White into the game. Wholesale substitutions here for the Raiders.
Oh boy.
My apologies. Number 61. I'm sorry I don't have you in the roster. So, got a storm of brewing.
We do, and it's coming in hot. We'll see. We'll see if we can't get this thing in. Yeah, it's
Daniel Dufek in the game. The Diesel.
The Diesel. Nice run up the gut there by Hudtown.
Ethan Rambo into the game. Number 70.
Tracking a cluster of strong thunderstorms over Oakdale. Are 6 miles northeast of St. Paul, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. These storms have a
There he
history of
goes, big
producing
boy Diesel. Daniel Dufek.
50 mile per hour winds. Okay.
Oh.
Well, we might just close the windows
little
and.
guy like me, I might float away. I got to be careful.
You
I'm
are
gonna tie myself down.
You are little and fragile. You're not little. Come on.
Hudson knocking on the door here.
Yes, they
5:09 left. I'm sure this crew out there would like to put some points on the board as well. So, number 82, Vincent Laganall in the game. Keeper.
There you go.
He is, the Bear.
Get in there, Bear.
Oh,
Did you?
close.
Did you?
Right there,
Oh, right
there.
at the one.
I think he probably hit knee down. He fell into the end zone, but I think he was marked just short, maybe a half yard. Yep, half a yard, we'll say.
Yeah, just keep the clock running. That's all we need to do, folks.
Jacob Hassapopoulos, number 11,
No
comes
way.
out of the game.
There's a name that we've called for years. Great athletic family. His older brother played
Tim.
ball.
Yep.
Tim played ball and football.
Yep.
Great family. Once you figured out that name, it was
There
fun.
he is, the Bear.
There we go. TD Hudson.
Nice looking drive that time
Yes,
by those
sir.
guys. Got positive chunks kind of across the board there on every play. Homie able to get it in for the Raider touchdown. Here comes your rain, Ken.
Yep. It's right on cue. It looks like it's blowing. Is it blowing away from us? I don't feel anything coming in this way. It looks like it's blowing that way.
Yep.
So we'll just keep, we're in a good spot. If you're out in the bleachers, it's a little different deal.
Good news about this is I might actually get out of this parking lot in a timely manner.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I feel real bad that I didn't tell you about that parking that we got up. I feel like just an absolute bad partner right now. I should have told the talent.
You and Jeff
Exactly.
are over here. When I turn my back or I'm out of the booth, you're like, can you believe Sudby?
I know. He parks. You didn't even know we have parking up front.
It's so funny keeping him in the dark.
Yep. Well, I apologize. That's on me. It's on me. I'm going to get you a press pass, too, a big one with a gold chain.
One, yeah,
It says, talent for the booth.
I don't mind. It's the only thing that I told you is when there's a line, it's like, come on, I got to get up there. I don't want to be late.
Yeah.
May I have your attention, please? We have been notified
But
of lightning in the area and approaching inclement weather. Activity must cease until we have determined it is safe and the risk of lightning is diminished.
Well,
At this time, we ask all
we are getting a delay due to lightning in the area.
seek shelter in your vehicle.
They are going to clear everybody out of the stands to seek shelter in their vehicle.
Thank you for your cooperation.
That will mean we're going to table the game until you remember this a while back.
Yes, I do. That's exactly, and that
we're
was
literally
kind of in the
4
beginning
minutes
of the
away.
game, though. Yeah.
There's no. This game's over. Well,
I don't, and again, I don't know. From the standpoint of, I think the coaches can make that decision.
And maybe they'll make
I'm
it
sure
right now on the field.
WIA has some rules on how that works. So
Yeah.
they're calling up to the booth right now.
Yep. Okay.
I think they'll make the
Maybe we'll
announcements.
get an update here.
And
Yeah.
they're shaking hands, so I think we're going to be
good.
wrapping things up.
Good call by you. So it appears to us in the booth that we are going to call the game. That's the hand signal we're getting from on the field. Due to the weather and due to the fact that it's a 30-point game right now, it looks like it's being called, and we'll get the announcement in a hot second here, but it looks like the coach is calling up to the booth. I mean, right?
Yeah,
that's what just happened. We're done.
They
right?
just called it.
Okay.
So, and you can see the North team is taking all their equipment and everything and getting off the field here. So.
May I have your attention, please? The game has been called.
All right, it's official.
And due to the approaching weather, fans will not be allowed in the field following the game. Please exit the stadium.
Go home is what they're saying.
That's right.
Read between the lines. It's time to go home.
That's right.
Well, we can do a quick wrap here, Ken.
Yeah, we're in no rush to do the wrap here. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, and again,
thanks, Aaron.
A big win again for the Raiders, carrying things on. As they keep moving through conference, we knew that the 3 games, including last week, this week, and next week, were games that they should win. Came out a little bit slow, a little bit, I don't say sloppy, just with some of the penalties, but able to overcome some things, able to finally get their running game going, and and again, the defense isn't going to give up a whole lot of points. So you know that you're going to be in every game. It's kind of all about getting that rhythm going on offense, and that eventually came. And nice to see this last touchdown they scored with some of the backup players.
Yeah,
again, those guys
that
are
was
going to play
great.
crucial roles as the year goes on. No apparent major injuries tonight, hopefully. So you keep moving, and knowing that what's coming down the line here is probably a game for the conference championship and then playoffs, you want to be as healthy as possible. So, player of the game, a very balanced attack tonight from Hudson. He had Ryland Schultz with a couple touchdowns.
This is the Jonesies player of the game, by the way.
Jonesies player of the game.
Jonesies
Let's call
player
that
of the
out,
game.
Jonesies.
Yep. Appreciate you, Jonesies.
Jameson started things off, touchdown pass. Justin Roby got in the end zone. Mentioned the Bear got one here at the end. But I haven't given this award or this player of the game yet to Tyler Lassard, and tonight it's him. And for a couple reasons. One, he's impactful on the defensive side. We've seen a couple of interceptions the last 2 games. One he took to the house 2 games ago. Tonight he had a sack early in the game when the defense was struggling a little bit, came up from a safety spot. Of course, he had that touchdown play, and then you could just see the focus trying to get him the football when they get in the red zone. And that's going to be something that they're going to try to get that matchup whenever they can, and especially in tight games, those matchups are going to become that much more crucial. So he's well-deserving and has been for the last couple games, but tonight he gets our Jonesies player of the game.
Love it. Awesome. Well, kind of an anticlimactic end to what a great game, a great homecoming week. I was ready for the storming of the field, and there's something about when everybody gets out there at the end to celebrate with their team, and just the weather got in the way of that tonight, but know that there will be plenty of celebration tomorrow at the dance, I'm sure. And it was a great
Better to be safe than sorry in these situations.
100%.
And
100%.
And I guess, from the North team perspective, I'm sure they want to take care of their players as well, get them on a bus and get on the road. So,
well, thanks again for tuning in to Raiders Streaming and the River Channel. My name's Ken Conan. That's Aaron Sundin and Jeff Munter on our camera tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me in the booth. It was a pleasure. Again, your final tonight, 44-14. Hudson on top. See you next week.